Hey everybody, welcome back to the Council of Reads. I'm Dylan, here with Jason.
G'day.
Nimh.
Hello.
Fomi.
Hey.
And Dave.
Not to take away, but for me, what you got something special for us, right?
You jerk.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for that lead-in. Dylan, would you like to tell us what we've got happening first?
Yes, I'll do that first
yeah.
before we actually get started. Thank you very much.
Jackass.
I got nothing. Sorry.
Okay, our featured comic books for this week are Axe. Are we just calling this Axe?
Yep.
Eve
No,
of Judgment.
call it Lynx, okay?
It's Java.
It's beautiful, beautiful.
I like it.
Dark Crisis, Worlds Without a Justice League, Superman.
Keep going.
Featuring
Keep going.
Aquaman. Also featuring.
Also featuring Aquaman.
Thank you. It's better.
It's a great title.
Rolls off the tongue.
I think pretty light episode this week.
A bit.
Just watch. We'll go on for an hour about something.
We'll find something.
We've got Newton's film Flashback, Secret of Nimh, Ms. Marvel, episode 6,
Yep.
Yep.
and we're going to
about
talk
it.
Resident Evil.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
We're going to save that, right?
We'll save it for next week.
Save it for,
When more people have watched it.
and then we can all bitch out about it
Yes.
together in unison. Okay, before
Welcome
we...
to the podcast meeting before the podcast. Oh, the podcast has started. Okay, cool.
What, I'm watching it right now.
behind the scenes shit happening on
You wish you could hear what we talk about before we start.
Oh, we wouldn't have
That-
I
that's
do not wish.
that's Patreon only. Give us money. Okay, before comics, Fomi has a bootleg for
everyone's
us.
favourite bootleg. Okay, bootlegs. So this was the one I was looking for weeks. It was in a random box of Venom stuff that I had.
Looks alright.
This is the thing. So there's some really weird shit on this, but the figure itself and the fact it comes with an extra tongue
Yeah.
is excellent.
And the packaging's decent.
Old school necker.
It is, but it's supposed to be Marvel Legend.
Yeah.
And if you know what a Marvel Legend looks like, we
Yeah.
can probably put the two together and they're a little bit different. But
We got a ton on the shelf.
You could argue this is between both.
It looks like an old school Marvel Legend, right? Like that.
a lot
It's
smaller.
just smaller,
Yeah,
yeah.
smaller.
The only thing, the first thing I'd say would be the back where it's Daniel Way's Venom. What is it? Yeah, Evolution of an Icon. But the front, what really got me was it's Marvel Legends, and then on the side here, it's Jaeger Mark IV, the Crimson Typhoon from Pacific Rim.
Oh, is that down the bottom?
Yeah.
Called recycling.
Yep, that's down the bottom as well. But then we've also got at the back, which you can't really see, and it's like collect them all, and it's showing the different Venom comic books.
It's got a cross cell.
It
like
does
behind the
it,
figure.
and they're upside down. Yeah, you can't really see it, but you can see the Amazing Spider-Man, and it's upside down. So
How's the figure itself?
the figure itself is sensational. That's the
there
thing.
you
Like,
go.
it's a really cool looking Venom figure. It's not like one I've seen before, to be honest, because I do happen to own a couple of Venom figures,
Nah.
and I've never seen one like this. And the fact that it comes with a spare bigger tongue is even cooler. But everything around it is freaking great. So
Wow.
it's kind of what we might even see next week as well, where bootlegs, even though they're a bootleg and they're dodgy or they're a rip-off, but they can sometimes work out well.
Sounds like
Hey, man.
Transformers.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I bought some Transformer
Oh yeah,
Third party.
third party. Not even
No,
third
they're
party.
called KOs.
They're straight up KOs, which are better than just the original ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dylan will take some shots, and
sick.
we'll put it up
Yeah,
on
for
the
sure.
on the instas and the faces
actually
of
remember this
books
week.
and stuff, and, and remember this week. But anyway.
Striker Eureka. What a great comic that is. Kipsy
I love
Ginger.
It's got the Jaeger names back there.
Yeah. It's just over the
Because
top.
it's yeah.
Oh, it's to avoid trademark issues, I guess.
Oh, but they got freaking Venom and Marvel Legends.
Yeah.
I love how the image on the back is just stretched.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
the whole front packaging is just the Pacific
I
Rim
want to
NECA
know
figures.
Yeah,
if that
yeah.
comic shop locator service is legit.
What?
If you dial that number in.
Well, yeah, that's how you used to.
Or that, or it would
Whether it's the
You
real
know,
comic shop locator number, I'm not sure, but I would say so. They would have just stole that logo too.
you get a Jaeger, or you might get Guillermo del Toro. You don't know. Or
Yeah,
Eddie
the
Brock.
whole whatever shape that is,
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that.
yeah,
I recognize that shape.
That is, yeah.
should be
Yeah.
blue instead of green.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's
It's great.
it's it's
Wow.
perfect.
Yeah.
So
It
it's
looks
got
good, eh?
pictures of comic book
So
covers.
there's the Amazing
Yeah, yeah.
Spider-Man, the yellow cover with Venom, Spidey, and Carnage jumping towards out of the cover, but that's upside down.
I hope I can get this on camera because just in case I can't, it's got comic book covers upside down, but over the top of the comic book covers, it's got the names of the Jaegers from Pacific Rim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's beautiful.
That's great.
Something lost in translation there.
Oh, that's amazing.
And a brilliant figure.
Because even the sticker is...
The head, I reckon it's a really cool, the rounded head. You don't see that enough.
I wouldn't take that out.
Yeah.
I'm not.
At
but it's
risk of
annoying.
like...
It's annoying because the tongue's really cool as a different attachment, and the stuff at the back's hilarious.
Should have bought two.
The head
Wouldn't have cost you that much.
Pretty damn cool.
But it was a while back now.
Have you ever seen a Venom figure with swappable tongues? So I don't think I've ever
No,
seen
only swappable heads with different
Yeah.
tongues.
That's weird.
One's a loving tongue, one's an eating tongue.
Maybe.
You should just mute Dave.
Yeah.
You can argue the
What
same
are we talking about first?
Oh, it's
First
just a
thoughts?
peg.
Well, that's my red light on.
For good reason. Just pretend.
What's that about pegs?
It's like when.
The tongue is like a peg.
Yeah, just take
Like
it
a
out.
ball, a ball peg.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be difficult.
I get
to put
switched.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a ball joint. Yeah.
Oh, ball joint.
I reckon ball joint.
Oh,
Tongue.
I don't know about ball.
I didn't really
joint,
look.
but yeah, it's like a round peg.
Well, it's not coming out of the
I would
back, so
also
it doesn't-
say,
yeah, that's just
I don't
a
think there's
peg.
any guarantee that you can take the other tongue out
Yeah.
and put that one in.
Yeah, it's just there.
Yeah. Not sure if that's quite, yeah.
It's super good.
Nice.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
This is becoming one of my favorite.
Yeah, well.
It's everybody's favourite
Might
segment.
have another one, so keep this train wreck going for another week.
Hey,
It's now you're gonna find more bootlegs.
Yeah, I know, that's the
Oh,
problem.
yeah,
Yeah.
you got some then.
we got to start looking ourselves as well, I guess. Okay, let's get into the comic books.
Let's do it.
Indeed. Alrighty, first up, Axe, Avengers,
X-Men.
X-Men and Eternals. I had to go wait which way to go. Eva Judgement. So this is a prelude to the main series that kicks off this coming week. So this one is Kieran Gillen and Pascal Ferry. Pascal
your
Ferry
favourite
is not one of
artist.
my favourite artists. This was heavy on the Eternals. It was just an Eternals issue, really. Gillen obviously just did the Eternal series that just wrapped up a couple months back. So this is, and obviously that was not selling the numbers Avengers and X-Men are selling, so it makes sense to sort of set the stage for people that didn't check that out where they're at. And what's his name, Druig?
Yeah, Druig.
He's Eternal Prime.
Eternal Prime.
Yeah, so it's all about him and where everybody else is. It's very
Boring.
yes. It was not the most exciting issue I ever read at all.
I got halfway. Anyone else read it besides me and Jay?
Nope.
Okay, half-ish way. And then, like, alright, we're going to kill all the mutants. Okay, that's ish. And then there's just a lot more exposition
Yeah.
and just a lot more.
You got to bite that, Newton.
There's so much crap.
Oh, why does he have to buy it?
What do you think, Dave?
God, I'm just trying to play for the audience, Dylan.
It was
Behind you.
No,
Behind
you at home listening on the podcast, you think why he has to buy it.
Yes, it was.
I won't tell you.
Heavy on the writing and exposition. It's just
So, yeah, there's a couple of good parts.
yeah,
The-
for sure.
The stuff with the bomb was interesting. A certain person they have captured was interesting. Probably the most interesting
Yeah,
part
that
of the
was the
book.
best bit, right? That's,
And you didn't actually have to read anything to see that, which was great. You could just flick through pages and you saw that bit. Look,
That ties up with Immortal X-Men,
yes,
which is happening in Immortal X-Men at the moment.
typically. And Hellfire, and it's all connected.
So,
Obviously,
yeah.
that's where they're leading. So yeah, really, it was just a catch up
yeah.
for the Eternal side of things.
If you're gonna get into this series, and you probably like, there's a lot of information here, but you could probably go into it without having this, to be honest.
Oh, for sure.
But if you want to get right into this storyline because you've been
Got a
reading
prologue.
across everything, I think it's a good one to get. But yeah, you're in. It's a haul, especially. That was about my 5th or 6th book,
Yeah.
and I'd read some
Struggle.
really bloody good books, and I'm like, this is a real drop, unfortunately.
The weird thing I think for this whole event seems to be going in that okay, it's Avengers, Eternals, and X-Men, but this Jason Aaron doesn't seem to give a shit. Like there's no
Big
no
time.
setup in Avengers. He's not seemed to be writing any or involved. Where Gillen obviously was doing Eternals. I think is it Duggan writing some of the other issues
No, is it?
coming up because obviously he writes X-Men and but I'm like well, the Avengers are just there.
Well, that's what it kind of like. The last page, the next.
Yeah.
There's a few questions asked there. I'm like, okay, so now I can see how you're kind of slicing the Avengers in there. Oh, you lied to us. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it's a little bit shoehorned.
I assume the Avengers are going to sort of be the moderator. So they try to come in, smooth things over, maybe. Because it's not like they're going to be fans of either side.
Let me have a look at this beautiful
And before I talk it up anymore, the art's not great either. It's really not that pretty.
I hate Pascal Ferry.
Oh, man. Druig, like, I know he's not, like, a good-looking bloke anyway, but just the way he's
What about
drawn.
Wolverine on that very first page?
Yeah.
Oh. What the hell is up with Tony Stark's neck?
Yeah, I mean, don't even... Look, I was hoping people would just skip past
See
that. The whole thing.
Yeah, and all that.
But just also the concept of it. Like, the Earth talking... Kind of shit me a little bit too. It's like, oh, they're just gonna do this, and they'll just roll on with that, and they're gonna do this.
But
It's
the
like,
Earth is a living thing.
It's got a celestial.
Oh, true.
Oh, this Captain America's pretty shocking.
that whole panel is shocking.
Yeah, like what's he? Why is he making waffles?
Like, he just looks like
Iron Man's making the
like a
waffles.
meathead.
I know, but why?
He made a new waffle maker.
Iron Man's...
Yeah, man. Yeah, don't. It almost lost me first page. I went, I'll keep going because I've paid for this.
The
Unlike some
Iron
people on this
Waffle.
podcast.
Iron Waffle
Yes.
3000.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Just
sorry.
Don't. Yeah.
What's next?
Next.
What is next? Read the full title.
Okay. Dark Crisis, Worlds Without a Justice League, Superman, also featuring Aquaman.
Writers, pencilers.
Okay, so this is Tom King and Chris
Think.
Burnham.
Oh, Tom King.
Yes. So, spoilers for Dark Crisis, because they're straight away not even going to try to continue with the facade that is the Death of the Justice League. Okay, so...
What?
Yeah, read
Yes,
that blurb there, and it explains everything.
Yeah.
what's
Pariah
that?
sort
Yes.
of has killed them, but he's taken their essence, spirit, put them in their own worlds so he can feed off
Yeah.
something to bring about destruction in the
Darkness.
universe. Yeah, the darkness. Which is cool.
Yeah.
That's just interesting.
not bad,
So
yeah.
this book is Superman's story about him on his world, and the backup is the Aquaman bit. And the Superman is him and his son.
Yeah.
And they're just living on the farm, and how he's growing up and being just a sidekick to Superman.
I'm
And he's,
finding it very hard to believe that the superheroes aren't all dead. I don't know how they're going to retcon this. Okay.
and like interesting that Superboy's costume is Robin's costume.
Yeah.
Just with a S.
That's weird. I don't know.
I don't like.
I don't know why, but Batman's
like-
grey, not blue.
About the
That's
essence
Superman.
thing, though. Like, okay, sure they're not dead, but at least he's trying something different.
Yeah. Oh, I thought when I'm reading it straight away, my first thought was like, oh, okay, so somebody just likes Alan Moore, Superman,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
right? It's
Yeah.
the same principle.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. The ending of that, right?
It's a
Yeah.
good read, though, Dylan. Like,
Yeah?
No, the story was good. I liked
It's
it.
really cool. The art's cool
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Like the art was nice.
Bit
Yeah.
classic tinge to it.
There's a
Oh,
nerd.
I really like the Superman. Superman's got the
That.
Kingdom Comeness
Oh,
about
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Some Reed Richards, salt and pepper going on.
For like the old school S.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Golden Age
Yeah,
kind of S.
Big time.
That's good.
But yeah, they're like is grey like Batman instead of blue, which
And
is
I think they do a good job in one issue showing you the difference between John and Clark.
yep.
Just on their approach to things, and obviously part of it's because he's just young and
Yeah.
but
Because he's more of a not rebellious teen, but he's more of a teenager.
yeah,
That was written very well.
yeah, because it jumps like
16,
Yeah.
13, 14, 15, 16.
No, it just goes in order.
Yeah.
If it jumps
That's how Dave liked it,
I
alright?
loved it.
yes,
chronological order.
Chronological.
That's
And
so
like-
good with the bike, and he's like,
yeah,
remember in orbit, if you go
Yeah.
outside, you tell, and I will tell your mother, then God help you.
And it's like, yeah, it's
I'm
not miles
serious.
per hour, it's freaking parsecs.
yeah.
Chill out.
Yeah, because he's really disappointed in how
Yeah.
fast it can go.
I'm serious, John.
yeah.
Orbit. I have supervision. I'll see you. That's
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah, it was. I really liked it. Like, it's not mind blowing, but it's just
Yeah.
one of those nice one
Yes.
shots, like Elseworldy sort
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
And with like him turning 18 and leaving, and going out
so
into
the
the war.
Aquaman's no part of it whatsoever.
No,
it's just a
he's
backup.
a-
No, it's
Who?
his story.
Because they're all trapped in their own
worlds.
personal heaven or whatever,
Yeah.
I guess.
So this is Aquaman.
So
and-
what's
I'll let it
with
slide then.
what's
Okay.
the last bit though? Like spoilers, I guess, but is it still Aquaman?
I think Aquaman sort of twigged that like something's wrong.
Something's wrong. Okay.
Because it's all too good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Aquaman's like the Aquaman
makes
story is
sense.
like
No,
everything's great.
Yeah.
He's getting along with Black Manta.
Yeah.
He's getting remarried.
Yeah.
Renewing your vows or something.
Nothing's going wrong.
Yeah, nothing's going wrong. Everyone's getting along. It's great.
Flash Girl.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
The story's great. The art's great.
Yeah.
But I like that Aquaman's like, this doesn't seem
I
right.
shouldn't
yeah.
be happening.
Yes, pretty much.
I know me. I'm not this
Yeah.
happy. Or this lucky.
Yeah, so
Cool.
it was good. Little one shots.
It made me really want to check out the rest.
Mm.
Right? Like, before it came out, I'm like, like the Superman and being Batman and Robin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. But yeah, I'm like, I can't see what they do next.
It's reminding me of the not the exact, but the style of and how good the stories were of the Heroes Reborn tie-ins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Very much.
And the next one's Green Lantern, by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Dylan doesn't sound like he's impressed looking at it.
No, it's cool. It's like,
Oh, I hear a bit of.
No, he's sick.
He's saying,
Shut up.
yeah, that's right. I'm sniffling.
Oh, okay.
There's going to be a lot of sniffling in the audio this week.
It's better than coffin.
Don't worry, there's less
better than coffin.
chocolate wrapper crackling. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's cool because the whole point is that he's there and he's like Clark gets to see John grow up, and that
Yes.
didn't happen
Yes.
in main continuity. He got aged up,
That's
Yeah.
right. I'm saying that.
so that was kind of the whole point. And I was gonna say earlier, like I wanted that in my main continuity.
yeah,
I want
yeah.
John feeling different to Clark in the main Superman book.
Because you could have done so many great stories.
Plus, also get some more private time with a better aged Lois.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got it, but that John reminds me of Superboy, the original Superboy, leather jacket Superboy.
Oh yeah.
Rebel Superman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had
At the
the-
end, especially when
Well,
he's
yeah, just the
He's on the
attitude.
bike.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
This
100%.
reminded me of like friggin'
Connor.
yeah, leather jacket.
Yeah.
Circle
He was
glasses,
great.
yeah.
Another character they ruined.
Well,
What
Glad-
happened to him? Is he?
Oh, just the whole Young Justice crew lost their place after 52. Like they just
Disappeared?
No, they're still
They
around.
just
Still around?
He had a Gem World family for a bit,
Yeah.
didn't he? He had like a kid.
because they were all just lost in the shuffles, like Tim Drake and like Impulse. Because the way it shifted, they're the lost generation.
Yeah.
No, okay.
They brought their next young
Yeah.
crew up.
You had Damien and
Yeah.
then John.
So like they sort of replaced, but they didn't step up because you still had
Yeah.
the Trinity and stuff. Yeah, it is what it is.
now thanks to everybody for dressing up for our Hellfire Gala event tonight.
Oh yeah.
Everyone wearing their best hoodie
Yes.
slash flannels.
So next
Very nice.
X-Men Hellfire Gala.
It's the Liverpool guy.
Damn straight.
This was
Met
some
Gala, which I had
okay and some not okay. It's big. Damn, it's big. So the X-Men and their annual now,
Oh,
Hellfire Gala, even though the way comics work, we
Yeah,
discussed
hang
this
on.
last week, I don't think this has been a year in their time, but anyway. There's a lot going on in this, though. They're setting up the new roster that's coming, new team gets, and the people are voting on who the X-Men should be. Instead of just going, these are going to be the X-Men, like, the Krakoa stuff. The big thing is, just as the party's about to be, the Daily Bugle leaks the story of Resurrection. So it's all about the world to find out.
Also, that wasn't public before?
No, secret.
Oh.
And it was in some of the X-Men where Cyclops, Ben Urich found out, and then they sort of mind wiped him, and then Cyclops took the mind wipe away or whatever, because I think the Ben Urich got tipped off by Orisis or whatever it is, right? And like Cyclops' thing is they want us to lie when we get asked about it and say no. He's like, that's gonna look worse PR than whatever. So like when the news goes, breaks out, Clea's like, oh, there's me answer.
Oh.
Right? It's just this great page reading Sue, like, oh, well, Sue's like, that'll come in handy in their line of work or whatever. And like Stark's like, to his, AI-ness, whatever it is at the moment, uncancel my no RSVP. And like Steve's like, oh, guess I gotta go. So yeah, like interesting.
That is interesting. That sort of makes sense what happened in
Immortal?
Immortal that I didn't really realize.
Yes. So then you got Moira, who's sort of the bad guy, and she's behind it, right? She's behind a lot of things.
Like,
Well, that's how you sort of see
She's with the
sucking me to get in
she's
this issue.
Orisis or whatever they're called.
Orcus, I think it's
Orcus,
Orcus.
that's
Yeah.
it. Though, like Moira goes, spoilers. Moira goes to the party wearing Mary Jane's body. I'm not exactly sure how this happens.
Oh, she does all the time, though.
Yeah.
Didn't she sneak in with Banshee's body?
No, but MJ's not dead.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, because that was from the Free Comic Book Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So like, stuff's going on. A little bit interesting about Stink. That was pretty cool. A lot of interesting, a lot of cool bits, but a lot of stupid bits. We'll get to the stupid bits in a second. So at the party, like, Pete comes up to MJ. Oh, hi, MJ. And she's like, my aunt, because that's the deal. She's invited because she's like a promotion. She promotes the drugs.
Pete, fancy seeing you here.
Yes.
Yeah, MJ. Yes, my aunt
Yes.
works for them.
Yes. And he's like,
Oh,
oh.
okay.
That was a bit weird, but like,
Yes, Fembot.
but then yeah, and as you're reading it, the
Why
spider
is
sense
my
goes
theory-
off.
yeah,
You're like,
that's
okay,
weird.
but then there's Doom and there's just a gag.
Yes.
So it is what it is. A lot of X-Men stuff, a lot of setting up. I think their next sort of bit. There's a fight. Emma makes the
Spidey suit's stupid.
yeah. We'll get into that.
Okay, sorry.
No. Like, the only thing is Emma says the line about they sent it to him to wear. Because before I read it, I'm like, Pete does not get a fancy suit to go to this fancy gala. If it's him and MJ are still a couple and they're going together, she makes him wear something like that.
Makes
sure.
no sense.
But like Emma with the throwaway line of, you see you got, whatever the weird dude's thing is like saying.
Because he would either A, just show up in the Spidey suit, or B,
Right?
wear a tuxedo
Yes.
and put the mask on top. Like a shitty tuxedo.
Like Doom. That was another issue. Doom rocks up so fancy looking. And like, I can handle Doom wearing a little more regal, a little more,
I like his outfit.
something. Too much. It's
I
not
like it.
Doom.
My issue
I think it's
is
too much.
it's the one on the variant.
Yeah.
I like it too, and I don't like the mask on
The
it.
mask.
Yeah.
My issue is it looks too Asian.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's too much like Clark Griswold for Christmas Vacation.
I just think it's way too showy. I just don't think it's.
And that's not Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think he would go like this fanciest party. That's fine. I will wear what I always wear.
That's
'cause
right, I am Doom.
and I'm better than you anyway.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, I agree. 100% agree.
Yeah.
No,
with
I
that.
can handle
But
a
I
more
like the
ceremonial.
yeah.
I could.
There's
but
too much going
it's
on.
a bit, a little heavy. Like the cloaky part I could handle, and like having it's just a bit much.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I like the inspiration behind it. It looks like 17th, 18th century
Yeah.
Yes.
noble.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
But it's like very intricate.
Yeah.
Lots of gold and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
if they cut that back a
Just a
little
little
bit,
bit, yeah.
And what do you think? Catch us next week on Marvel Fashion.
Yes.
That's right.
And then John Hamm's at the party. He used to sleep with Emma. I don't know.
Okay.
Hossein and
Yeah.
Eddie from Iron
Yes.
Maiden.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
I want to
interesting.
see that.
Yes.
It is.
Where?
So it's just Ed Hunter.
Yeah.
All right then.
And Deadpool's in the background with quite a good little quirk.
Yeah, like it was not bad. Like it was. At first, I was like, "This." I still don't think.
This wasn't great.
I still don't think we need an issue with the X-Men have a party and invite everybody to their fancy party. But like the little bits of their staff with the world finding out the thing and
No,
their
but-
little inner machinations of power struggles.
I could handle
Fine.
that if it was the X-Men annual.
Yes.
Every year the X-Men annual was the gala.
Yes.
And some shenanigans happens but it's it's just there. I can handle that.
Yeah.
The X-Men annual is the X-Men gala.
Yeah.
Yeah, better than just a random throwaway story.
For
right?
sure.
But now they're doing that and an annual.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if this was the annual,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Like they have a party, shenanigans happen, it gets resolved. There's some gags, whatever. It shouldn't. But I thought because I wasn't gonna pick it up because it says like it continues on in acts.
Yep.
I'm like I'm not gonna pick up. I'm not picking that up. If it was one shot, I would have, and then you tell me it's all more related. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I'm picking it up now, but
The
I friggin' loved Sinister's costume I just saw.
yes.
I love that.
Well, the Sinister stuff, the most interesting maybe in there. I thought I was like, oh,
Well,
what's
that's
going
the only
on
thing
there?
keeping me on Immortal at the moment.
Yeah.
All the sinister
What's
stuff.
going on there? The only thing, like, Spidey and Wolverine go off to adventure, and that's going to be Amazing Spider-Man 9. I'm like, there's a filler of Spidey coming up then.
Yeah, because it's not Remitter either.
Yeah,
Because it's
yeah.
Remitter doing the cover, not the...
Yeah, you know. I'm surprised we're going to get that many out of him.
No, I know, but I'd love me a Remitter Wolverine, some Remitter
Yes,
Wolverine,
yes.
because Enemy of the State. Ooh-wee.
I
The mask
don't.
looks better in the book than the cover.
Yes, I would agree.
The
there.
Doom mask.
Still,
I just don't.
looks like he's from Slipknot.
Just the cloak. The cloak for me is too
It's fuzzy.
shaggy.
Yeah, Clark Griswold. He's going down on the little
For his murder, Doctor Doom.
Yeah, because he cares.
Yeah.
That's what's on
He'd
his
be all
mind.
over murdering things, bro.
Yeah, he want more fur.
Yeah.
Greyhound-
Yeah, the fur.
Greyhound fur tuxedo.
See my.
And the new team lineup, I don't mind the look of, to be honest, for the most part.
I didn't see all.
But yeah, it's very X-Men setup. I think of the next section, I guess. There's some stupid things like the John Hamm. I don't need this, but like there's some interesting bits too.
Could get him to sign the issue.
Could have been cut out some of the crap and yeah,
Could have been an all-size issue.
yeah. At least a little down, but it is what it is. And you know the one thing that annoys me, like straight away, it's like the 5 can't come. Bishop's like 5 can't come because word's just found out. You gotta be locked away. And they're like, nah, well, we're going. And like, and Magic's like, no, I'm agree, you can't come. And then they're there. And Bishop's like, what happened? They formed a union. What am I supposed to do? What?
So when they found out there's the reincarnation, they know the fight, the entire process of it.
I think so. I'm not sure because I haven't been reading X-Men.
Right.
Exactly sure. Yeah, because that's been bubbling in the main X-Men book.
Right.
Okay.
I do believe.
Is this Tony Stark with a holographic jacket?
Yes.
Calm down. It's alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's acceptable.
Of all people, Tony Stark.
For a one-off event, he'll do it.
Yeah.
It's Tony Stark.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's just
He's an avant-garde sort of guy.
Oh, actually, that was one of my
Nice
favourite
word,
bits in
Dave.
there.
Thank you.
Is the interaction between him and Reed, and then Tony and Emma. Because Reed,
Well, they've got to have some interaction with what's coming up, don't they?
because Reed knows that the Xavier and Magneto came to him and took something out of his brain, and let him know that they took it. Right? Because they want,
Is that news? Is that? Is
I
that
think
no,
it's
no,
from
sorry?
the X-Men FF crossover from a couple years ago. You know when Franklin was going on something like that, right?
Yeah, no, I never read that. Why did they take? What did they take?
I think he was going to. He
Mojo.
found out a way to turn off the mutant gene or something like that, right? So they can't have that, obviously.
But why would Reed think of that?
Well, because his kid was a 30 filthy mutant. I don't know.
just because like
And
science.
not just dating ones.
Yes.
He
Like
was
he's just
He thinks it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
he's
does
just-
it.
Maybe
Research,
want to help
research.
Yeah.
like research. Oh, with this research you can do this.
100%.
Maybe. I don't
So
know.
they took that information out of his head.
Right.
Maybe you want to help
And, like,
you know.
He tells Tony, and Tony's like, oh no, what else are you taking out of me and stuff like that. And, like,
What
are
else?
they're making us forget lots of stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, what else are they taking out of other people that they don't that didn't remember?
So I was like, okay.
Okay, well,
There's a lot of little bits that
That's
like,
another
intrigue.
good intricate moment for
Yes.
Axis coming
Yes,
over,
yes.
coming up. I guess Axis.
Axe.
Yes.
Axis was something
Axis
else,
was the other bird
That's
thing.
right. Yeah.
All right, next up, Above Skies, new image book.
Skies.
Skis.
Snakes, whatever.
Snakes.
Follow
I
the
can't,
skis.
Can't not read, obviously.
Count.
Tell them all about it, Dave.
It's good. It's about a cow. Well, you get the impression it's a love story, but you realise it's not, and it's just
I remember getting
a
love
story about vengeance, and it's great. Just the interactions, like with all the characters in the book, it's great. It's
I didn't
about
mind it at all.
it's about Dirt,
Yep.
who's lost his wife and she was abducted and probably killed by like a gang,
Yes.
and he's just on the traces of this gang. But for some reason, like the Earth won't let him die, or he won't die like because he's got to serve a purpose. And his companion is a crow, and their interaction is great. So he comes across essentially a makeshift brothel run by people, and there's a little twist which is good, and then
Yeah, they've just been taking girls
yeah,
and making them work.
And the revenge. Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
the revenge is sweet and
yeah.
fun. But yeah.
And
Interesting.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
The art's
That suits
different.
It suits
like,
it though.
It's not your typical like with the colours and stuff, not your typical Western choices.
Yeah, yeah.
So it makes it a little different.
It's a bit pop colours.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like just that first double page we'll show people in a second with the snake oil salesman stuff and like that doesn't go anywhere really. So like you're like okay, that's gonna come up again. Yeah, I didn't mind. Like it's one of those I was like let me try something. A new number 1 this week.
Yeah.
Image. What do you got?
And
I was not sold on the art at a flick through, but when I read it, I did quite like it.
It's not like a righteous so much. Like it's like you just drove past that like convoy of a church. It's like I don't want anyone to preach to me.
Yes.
I'll fix that wheel and piss off, you know. And,
Yeah, he's your typical black hat cowboy.
yeah. That's good.
No white hat sort of deal here. Yeah, like
Oh wow.
the colouring is like this is cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, put that aside for me. I'll check that first one out.
Reminds
just
me.
the-
It reminds me a bit of
Like,
Transmet.
The art, look at that. You know, I know it's
In
very
what regard,
different
the
coloured
colouring,
than
you
I
mean, or
expected.
because the
Just
colouring?
like the pencils, the colouring's a bit more vibrant.
Yeah,
than
it's very-
Yeah,
Transmet.
it's,
a
it's,
lot
it's,
more
not
vibrant.
Just
colour-
the art style a little bit.
Okay.
That's all. Like it's sort of the inks aren't as prevalent.
I don't know. Like Transmet was Derek Robertson. You can the big difference.
Yeah.
Like it's way more messy.
It just reminds me of something. I can't put my finger on it though.
Howard Shaken.
Yes,
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, please. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, not bad. All right, next up, Daredevil issue 1. Now this week they missed a few of those in our boxes, so that sold out real fast. So hopefully we get replacements, but I'm not quite sure just yet. Stay tuned. So this is Zdarsky and Chichetto back, new number 1, but really it's just Daredevil 37 or wherever they left off before Devil's Reign began.
Is this their second Daredevil number 1?
Yes.
This year, yes.
This year?
No.
No way this year.
Oh, or Daredevil Woman. Yes, that's true.
Thank you.
No, yeah, they don't count.
That's a
That's
mini.
Elektra.
That's a mini. It's not like Shang-Chi where there were 2 issue 1s in the same year.
Is Elektra in this?
So she got her own story. So after Devil's Reign, one of the big things in Devil's Reign was they killed Matt's brother,
Yep.
but the world thinks it was Matt. So
Okay.
there's no more Matt Murdock. And him and Elektra are leaving New York. They're going to go take down the Hand.
Do they know it's Matt Murdock as Daredevil, or do they just know that
No.
Daredevil's dead or something like that?
Well, Matt being Daredevil was public, was it? Or
No,
did
they
fix
got
that?
they got fixed that.
Okay, alright.
Because one of the interactions is him and Spider-Man, and he reveals himself to Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is it Devil's Reign they fixed that or before that?
Before that,
Oh,
Okay.
with the
sick.
purple man.
Oh,
children.
yep.
Which was cool actually. So it's it's not the most successful first issue I've ever read in my life. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, there's a lot of it's coming in.
It's very
at a-
epilogue-y, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's
There's
mainly,
a lot of shit that's come before.
Yeah, it's Matt going talking to Fisk's kid, sort of settling affairs before he goes away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was weird. And, like him and Spidey, and like I need someone to make sure the streets are safe and people are still scared, whatever. It was good, but just a weird issue 1. And then Elektra back up about building their base for where they're going to take out the Hand.
With an old friend.
Yeah. It was good. I enjoyed it, but I like their Daredevil run.
Very pretty.
Oh, very, very, very pretty.
It is.
Yeah, it was an odd first issue.
There's a page Nitin just went past, and when I was flicking, where it's the 9 panels, and it's him with the beard
Yeah.
and the mask, and then the light, like
Yeah.
him going in and out of the light, a little bit into the light.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one there.
There's not much to say about it, really, like, because it was a very talky sort of. It's both wrapping up stuff and setting up the next era.
Which is weird for number 1.
Yeah.
They just Marvel. It should have been number whatever.
And I get it would have been like
What's the legacy?
649.
Ah.
You could have waited till 650.
like
Oh, just that one's going to be extra size.
Yeah.
Just what?
Daredevil finished
yeah.
probably a year ago. You know what I mean? Because Devil's Reign was 6 issues.
The Elektra stuff.
Elektra was then a 4-parter or whatever, and then the epilogue of Devil's Reign just came. So it's probably close, pushing to a year since the last Daredevil show. I understand the number one, but it's a bit weird, I think, at the same time. Can I say though, the Luke Cage thing has gone nowhere in anything else.
Well, wasn't there a book that got canned that was supposed to be a Luke Cage book?
Yeah.
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 But I thought that got canned because
of
it
what
wasn't
happened?
going to be about that.
Yeah. I don't think he was
Yeah.
going to be
Well,
made.
then that's a complete waste.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, that
Mind you,
sounded
because
really
we were hoping to see some shit with Danny Rand and Luke and stuff because Danny was just going to help out being made because he's not powered
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, give me that over the crap
I-
Iron Fist that's at the moment.
Because I was thinking of this when I read the other night. The only thing I'll say is the Thunderbolts book coming. Maybe there's going to be some stuff in there, but that book sort of got delayed with the paper shortage.
Wasn't it going to be a mini anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's still coming. But I don't know, it's just weird. It's just one of those things like, where's that going?
Yeah.
Like, it's a big thing.
Man.
Very strange.
Chichetto. Jeez.
It's so pretty,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Jeez.
Looks nice.
Holy shit.
But there's nowhere to say no. But besides, if Luke had a book himself, there's nowhere for it.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
So it's weird. It's just weird.
Well, Luke or actually Danny had a book.
Yeah, because the way Spidey's set up, and like,
Well,
he can,
Spidey's got way too much other shit going
Yeah.
on. It's just
So-
restarted, and he's coming back. It's okay. The podcast will be back on the rails soon.
Okay. No, we can't keep going. No, we
Let's
can't.
keep
I didn't read that book.
We need.
All hands on deck.
That's right.
Next issue 1, Flavor Girls.
Okay, so from my understanding, this is Sailor Moon, except they have fruit powers instead of planet powers.
Yeah,
Right?
I wasn't really sure what was going on in this.
Oh,
You read it?
Is that what
Yeah, I
Sailor
read it.
Moon was?
Which one's the lemon?
The new one.
Dave.
Is it pineapple?
Yes, I think she is. It was weird. Like, I can't say I've ever watched a single second of Sailor Moon, so maybe that's why I didn't really get anything. The art's sort of cool, anime influencey, pretty colory, sort of pastel-y stuff. And I'm clearly not the demo for the book. It wasn't terrible. It was a bit long and a bit wordy. I thought.
Yeah, because I thought, like, when we were ordering this, I felt like I thought this was all ages.
Well,
but
it's quite a costume.
it's really long, and I saw someone get, like, murdered
Yes.
in a pretty brutal way.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, this probably isn't all ages.
Because it was sort of interesting, like, that aliens have come and sort of taken over or something like that. So I can't even remember because I was reading it late.
Oh,
You know those ones?
Yeah.
It was
Yes.
like 1 in the morning, you're like, micro sleep. Now I understand how people crash their car. I never understood that. It never used to happen. I'm getting old. Read comics and I go to sleep. And like you got the 3 flavor girls and this new girl. She sort of
Stop it, Dave.
gets the power and has to be like she doesn't want to be the new flavor girl, but I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah. Interesting.
Not for me. It wasn't bad, but just not for me. I will say that.
Yeah, I can see this being very popular.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's just, like, not for me, but
Yeah,
like, it's very popular.
within that niche, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Like, it's very manga, very Sailor Moon,
Yes.
but it looks fun enough.
Like to a point
But
where
not-
that one of those costumes, someone's going to want to get sued.
Fair use. Yeah, no, like there was definitely some fun there, and the main character, like the new flavor girl, she's like typical. I don't know. It's just not for me. Not for me.
Yeah, if you squint, that's like Sailor Venus.
Yeah, it's just very Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, I was gonna. You would have been all over that one.
Especially with Venus.
Yeah.
That's closer to you.
Moon Knight.
So let's go with a book that is more for me. Moon Knight number 13. Bombs, you read this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, interesting issue.
Oh, man, I was looking forward to reading this because I saw who was in it.
Yes.
Didn't get around to it because I was busy
Yes.
dying last
Interesting,
night.
interesting.
It's it's really building up the vampire stuff, but not the way I expected it. I don't know, I guess I was expecting to go, not Drac because he's in Russia and stuff, but just something a bit different to what we got.
Not a pyramid scheme.
Not a pyramid scheme, and not the absolute amazing monologuing of Taskmaster.
Ah, so good.
Holy shit, talk about stealing a book.
Yeah, I love me some Taskmaster.
It is amazing.
It gets the perfect balance of Taskmaster being a threat, but a bit jokey.
Yeah, and just so you know, whatever happens, whatever's coming to you, I had nothing to do with that because I know you're a psychopath.
Yeah.
That was his warning to Moon Knight.
That's great.
He's like, someone tried to pay me a lot of money to do a lot of different things to you. I said no. It's amazing. It is. I don't want to say much more since you haven't read it. I love this book.
When the dude's trying to hire him,
Yes.
and he's like, "Oh, are you scared? Have you not listened to a word I've said?"
Yes, I'm scared. Why are you scared? Well, let me tell you why I'm scared. He can do this. He can do that. Like, it's like, man, you take me to want me to take down Spidey? You want me to take down? Yeah, I'll go for that challenge. I might get beat up. I ain't gonna die.
That's great.
And when he's just going through his list of like, he was a merc, and then he was hanging out with Bushwhacker, and then like, well, it was just so well done. The penciling.
I don't want to relive my own personal 9/11. You're like, whoa!
Yeah, he crashed a helicopter in my apartment building. I don't want to. I'm like, wow.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, okay. And it's the old South Park thing. It's like, okay, so it's 20 years now. We can joke about it. Okay, cool. The penciling, Taskmaster looked awesome too. It just, it's so fun.
Actually, my favourite task was
shit.
when the dude comes in, he's over talking about how scary Moon Knight is, and goes like, you got a thing for the theatrics. He's like, me pirate boots and Skullmaster didn't give that away.
But I walked in. Yes. Yes.
Oh, I love Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so damn good. But then he was also talking about Moon Knight creating his own vampires, and he's like, he can't do that. This is my pyramid scheme. I don't want anyone coming in on my business. And
Exclusive rights.
now, were you getting excited? I'm like, oh, who's he gonna get? Who's he gonna get? I don't know who they are. Because I don't know who they are.
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay, you don't know who they are now? Thank God. Because I'm like, I'm reading, I'm going, you know when the anticipation, and you get to the page, and I'm like, I have no idea who you two people are, and I wanted to be more
That'd
excited
be either
about
new
that.
or super obscure.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm guessing.
You know, one thing you're like,
It's a shame, yeah. That was the only thing that was a letdown in the book, but who gives a shit? It was
Like
a
the
great
two
book.
at the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never seen it before, and I'm like, okay.
And the names didn't even have
No,
I was like, oh.
not whatsoever. But yeah, everything
Taskmaster
around
made
it.
the book.
Yeah, definitely. Taskmaster's book, that one. Jump on, start reading. Moon Knight's great. And we're going to see next issue. Next issue, the last page was the three personalities going, I think we need a chat. So next issue is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
Oh, speaking of interesting.
All right. Thumbs double up on you.
Yeah,
Newthink.
man.
2.0.
Okay,
You like this, Dylan.
Hurwitz has created a little universe here where he's telling stories. It said in the end of the last issue, I don't want to tell stories about what could be or what could happen down the track. I want to talk about stories of things that feel like they're happening right now. So again, in this book, we've got no dialogue whatsoever. It's a full narrated issue around a land of storytellers and people that would, this amazing storyteller, this woman, and then this king that didn't like the stories she told and was trying to outlaw stories. Very poignant to a lot of different things going on in the world at the moment, just like the last issue was with the
Oh,
screens.
yeah, he's saying a lot of stuff.
Some ways it's saying it really well. I think other ways are a little bit sticking, but all aside, I think the concept of the book, the concept of the series is sensational. I'm really, really enjoying.
Yeah.
Like Knighted was good, but this is next level different shit. Like that was just a superhero book with a bit of a twist. This is really
Because
different.
the first issue is very sci-fi
Yes.
sort of thing. You're like, okay, cool. And I was surprised by the full narration. This is the first thing when I started reading the other night, I'm like, oh,
Again.
they're all going to be like this.
Yeah, feels like
But
it.
this is sort of like a more fairy tale, medieval sort of deal.
But it's it looks a little like Twilight Zone-y.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm really digging
That
this.
looks cool.
I'm really digging this series. I'm really keen to see what's next because
Right?
I picked it up and started flicking. I'm like, I don't want to have it flick too much because.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's and the art's cool too. The art matches the story
Yes,
really
I
well.
really
like that art.
Yes. And then the cover's really cool too. Yeah, that's what it's depicting. But yeah, I'm really digging that story.
Yeah, a lot of social commentary going on.
Very much so.
Ooh, okay.
A lot.
I get the trade.
Yeah.
Yes, I know I'm buying the singles. I'll definitely pick up the trade for that and might pick it up for a couple of friends too.
Alrighty. Nitin, tell us all about Punisher number 4.
That's good stuff.
There's enough in it for me to keep going at the moment.
Big time.
Because
It's probably the best issue yet,
yeah,
besides the one shot I really like.
I think it's just a lot of Harrys
Yeah.
and what
That helps.
like and Ares, he doesn't like that the Hand took Punisher because he thought Punisher was perfect before.
Yes.
And that was freaking awesome.
Yes. Because he would.
Yes.
That's so good.
Like, he was like, he was my tool.
Yes.
And you know, and he comes
really
in when
was.
he's
He was
talking to
Soldier
the...
of War.
And he comes in when he's talking to the old woman about gods, and he's like, "Your god's pathetic."
Yeah, look.
You know, like, is he gonna hurt me by falling on me,
Yeah.
you fat fuck?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That bit was great.
And he's dirty that he's got like a sword.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
give him his guns, woman.
Yes. Yeah, he's
Disgusted.
yeah, that's gonna get me to that, and what happens at the end is sort of going me into the next issue. There's like every issue, I'm like, I can't keep going. This book, I don't like it. No, I don't like it. I just don't like what they've done with the Punisher.
It's well written.
It is very much very well written.
It's just the concept is a bit iffy.
That's so
Yeah.
meta.
Yes.
Like,
Hey, Ares.
yeah,
Yes.
like if it didn't have all the flashback stuff, I think I would like the book a lot more.
Yeah, they're the worst bits. I don't like the from a 10-year-old. He's
Yeah, I don't like the fact. I don't like any of that.
takes away from the whole war.
Yeah.
Broke the man.
But him being, you know, and the Hand's, you know, chosen leader, whatever. That's fine. You know, whatever. I can handle that more than the flashback stuff. And there's like enough in there with spoilers. His dead wife being brought back by the Hand so they could control him. Him being like, I don't like the supernatural part, but it's the Hand, so you know.
Yeah, it comes with.
Yeah.
What about the art?
The art is good in the modern bit. The flashbacks are terrible.
I'm not a big fan of the main art for the book on Punisher. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
that guy I like on some books and not others, and I don't like. It's pretty.
Like the Ares stuff looks okay, but the Punisher and the Hand
looks too
stuff
pretty.
looks it's
I
too
want some more grit.
it's too polished. Yeah,
It's too digital.
Yes,
for my
well, that's-
liking.
yeah,
I want some pencils and some inks, please.
like watch Iron Man.
Yeah.
But I don't like the flashback art.
No,
Flashback art's even
Yeah, no,
worse.
that's pretty bad.
Because I don't mind the modern art.
Yeah. I'm getting more accustomed to
Yeah.
it.
But
And like the interesting thing of it's obviously, well, some people in the Hand that don't like the idea that he's the Slayer and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and that was cool. And it's interesting, and I'm very intrigued where it's gonna go with Daredevil.
yeah,
Daredevil and Elektra, his plan is they're
Oh,
coming
yeah,
to kill the Hand.
yeah, and there was a panel of the Punisher in that book.
Yes.
Interesting.
So you're like, okay, so I got to stick with it to see where that's gonna go. But yeah, after the end of it, you're like, oh, right. Did I think are they faking out me here?
Yeah,
I don't know.
because spoileries. I'm gonna say it'll be spoilers.
Yeah.
Some Hand Indians come back after an assault on Ares' compound, and you know, the old woman's like, "You should kill them. You execute them." Because in the beginning, it starts with Punisher executing criminals,
Yes.
just beheading them. It's great. It's like,
That was a great page.
yeah, it's like, you know, his own children, cop.
Yeah.
You know, pedophile, crap.
Yeah.
Just great. And he's like, he's like, kill him. Like, why? They were the only survivors. Surviving a massacre is fine. He's like,
That's not a crime.
yeah, it's not a crime. He's fine with them. And then then she says something else, and he's like, he's just like, he's fine with them coming back and not dying.
Yes.
Because he needs soldiers. So she's like, she's sort of,
They're not soldiers, they're dogs.
yeah. And then at the end, they're back, and they're like in black instead of red, and she's like, I got your message. I got what you were saying. This is the old woman saying, what did you do? And she's like, we killed their family in front of them.
So they know what you're like.
Yeah. And he's like, he did not like that. And then something happens, and there's the last page, and like, this book just gives enough, just enough to let me buy me and make.
Bloody Jason Aaron.
Oh, it's like the modern stuff, like the modern day stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff is
Yeah.
enough in there to get me keep going for now. For now.
Much like Taskmaster might have been Star of Moon Knight, Ares is
Oh
Star
man,
of
that
issue, though.
Ares is just he's my instrument.
Yeah.
So close to buying it because Ares was out.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Ares in years. Oh, you bastards.
Because I was like, I don't want to kill him. He's my instrument. You ruined him. Oh, that was good.
Yes. Dave, 8 Billion Genies, issue 3.
Yep. Issue 3, you find out what the big mission is and why the gentleman has gone to the Lamplight Tavern when he first rocks up.
I mean, this is like not the main crux of the book, though.
I know, but like this book is just a bit of a
got
side.
one. We got
It
one.
goes to the side.
What else, Dave?
It just happened organically too.
What else?
You have to force it.
What else didn't shit on before you, as you're
know,
saying
right?
it?
You read it.
I did read it. I have read it. I am reading
No,
the
but
book.
like that's the main like
Well, no, that's not the main.
crux of this issue.
No, it isn't.
But what's the crux of the issue
Okay,
then?
what's
It's
the
just
crux of the
like
issue?
the last issue you had Dorothy Parker, Ernest Hemingway, and Jim Morrison turning up,
Yes.
and you find out why they rocked up all of a sudden because something happened to the people who wish for them to come back.
Sure.
And throughout the book, they're popping out of existence because they're remnants of a wish.
Yeah.
So the person who wished for them, if they
They don't
die,
exist. They-
yeah. So something happens to them, they die.
Their wish is
They
gone.
stay forever,
Oh,
right?
I
and
think,
it's
I
just-
think
Yeah,
the
crossover
guy's
of it.
mission to the Lamplight Tavern is more important. Than this.
No, it's not. That's not the point of the book, Dave.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
just
know.
a side story. The main
Why is it there?
because
It's a side story.
It's a side story.
That's
Then-
taken like
Thank you.
3 issues to get to.
I'm thinking you're gonna be sorely disappointed when the book ends and it has really not much to do with the.
Yeah, I don't know, Dave. I'm more interested in the genies
Yeah,
and the wishes.
and it's like that's sort of the
Yeah.
main. Like the other one, issue 2 was the crux was like people making wishes and their conflict, so they
And what happens?
cancel each
How,
other.
yeah.
And
Oh,
like,
an interesting one is that you find out that the wishes for like good health and like curing like themselves and that like it's just gone to naught. Like it's just died off. Like no one's wishing for that anymore.
yeah. So that was that was one of the first wishes being made, but after like however many days it's been, that's died out, and people are like, a lot of people have made wishes. People are making selfish wishes, stuff like that. Because it'd be
So it's not everyone straight away jumped on it. Which some people wanted to
yeah,
think about it.
yeah.
so-
Some people have still got wishes.
Because wasn't it only one wish each?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone gets one wish each.
Yeah.
And the genies, they hang around, they talk, and they answer questions and stuff. They're not like secretive or anything. They're being very
It's their job.
yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely getting the trade for this.
No, it got picked up, and it's going to be a very
Yeah.
interesting show how they do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because all the ridiculous wishes people make.
Yeah, for sure.
How are you going to do that? Because it starts with a climate change scientist in Antarctica or whatever. He's like he decides how he's
That's
gonna
funny, yeah.
how he's gonna help save the planet with climate change. And like of all the people that made wishes, yours is best, but like the world is messed up.
Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah.
there's a least of the
Yeah.
worries, bro.
There's a chunk that bitten out of the earth, and Africa, South Africa
What's a
looks
smiley
like
face person?
yeah. There's another Earth, and there's a giant volcano, and the moon is alive that eats Santa Claus, and
Yeah.
Mm.
And the dude's
And the
worried about the rising waters.
the giant dude that can't breathe because he's outside the atmosphere.
yeah, yeah.
He's just there going,
Oh my god.
In South America, the giant steak.
But like, it's very I like how smart it is about the ideas. Like the first issue, that's what hooked me. How smart the dudes wish for his bar. And then issue 2, like when you're telling me that it explained what happens when they counteract. And then this one explained what happens when people die. Like what happens there. Like
yeah, cool.
is explaining all the holes sort of thing that you could come up with, right?
So, have they said if the show's going to be live action or not?
No, I don't think much answers.
Like animated series, I feel
Oh, I'll be like
have
that
to
for
be.
sure.
have to be animated to do the
to
shit.
do stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
How much money you got? No,
Live
it's not-
action.
live action.
But it'll be like
It'll be
a-
shit.
Yeah, it'll be a lame looking
But,
live
but you
action.
don't want that. It's content for us, but we don't.
Yeah.
I'd rather a good show. That's what we want in the end.
Sentient moon
If we-
eating Santa Claus.
If we can get, if we can get more stuff that follows closer to the books, doesn't have to be exact, but follows closer. People won't actually realize the good stories are in the books and not on the television and the movies that we're getting. We're getting a shitted, dull down version because it's so everyone can eat. So like we're getting fine dining here, where the MCU is fucking McDonald's.
That's a good. Yeah, that's a very good
I
analogy.
used to like McDonald's.
KFC's cheaper nowadays, which is really
Well, that's better, isn't
Yeah, I
it?
know.
Cheap is great. Just everything cheaper. That's just the human way. Sorry.
Now, see, the other week I was
Jesus.
gonna Uber some KFC. They're so expensive on the Uber charge, bro.
Oh,
It's
it's
like
yeah,
it's
Uber.
20% or more. It's extra,
No,
yeah.
but they're like, like, most places like $2, $4, whatever, right? Their charge was like $8 or something to Uber it. Like, well, I'm not buying you KFC. I'm going to have some twisties.
I had twisties for lunch.
I was home alone.
I was channeling Jason. I had twisties for lunch.
Sometimes you don't want to cook for yourself.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then
You walked out. I see your KFC.
it's night time.
Yeah.
So I had twisties for dinner.
Yeah, it's half a bag
You
of
got yellow.
Doritos, finishing off with
What'd you have for
salsa.
dinner? That empty packet of twisties. Alright, Fantastic Four, 45.
This was very good.
Quick,
wasn't
let's
it?
wrap it up. Oh, we've only got. I lost my job. Slotty, man. Okay, so much shit gets wrapped up. So we had the finishing of the Reckoning War last issue, and it's like, I know I'm losing my job, so here's 10 pages of crap.
Oh, because he definitely got the flick off that.
Far out, man. It's not gross. Some of the bits are gross, like the whole. I knew Reed wasn't going. Spoilers. Knew Reed wasn't going to die.
What? What do you mean?
But the way that he retconned it back around using the ultimate nullifier, so that nullified the Watcher powers, so that made it. Literally says it brought me back to normal. Like it's just.
Okay.
Everything I said about the books and the storylines about 3 minutes ago, not for this book right now. It had been, but that's the problem. Yeah, it just happened to just get wrapped up so quickly. Then we've got the next issue where I think it's a sibling of Reed's sister, but that's his last issue, so that's not going to go anywhere. And I don't think FF's continuing after that, is it?
There's been no announcement what happens next.
There we go.
So that'll be next previews probably, or maybe San Diego next week might get an announcement.
So the whole Reckoning War thing, Jack just comes back. Like Watcher is the Watcher Prime now. Essentially, he's the only one. No other Watchers can watch. Yeah.
Too many people signed in on the same account there. They kicked out.
The most disappointing bit, and where Jay was probably.
So I didn't read it. I shouldn't have flicked.
It's just disappointing because this is the only book we've been getting any proper Nick
It
Fury
was
in.
the hope they're going to fix it.
I know, and I was there with you, buddy. But he's back to watching on the moon and being the shield of Earth, and
Hey, because not even my love of Nick Fury or my disdain at goddamn new Nick Fury, but it's goddamn they need shield. It is lacking so sorely in both the comic books and the goddamn MCU. You don't have to use shield often, but goddamn it comes in handy when you do.
Yeah. It's just handy to have an operation like that. Like
Yes.
DC has a few.
Yes. You got to. And like, I've been hoping that, like, yeah, that's all you need to do is like, he's back, and then a new, you get a new regime comes in, and
Yeah.
wait, we need a shield. Whether it's a secret, not as big as it was, in
Yeah.
like Secret Warriors, he's sort of,
oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
right,
you know, like,
Like more super secret agent
Yes.
stuff. Yeah.
The only good part of this book so far, or that came out of this book, was the Johnny Storm stuff. So in the last few arcs, Johnny was super powered by Doom to be like ultra,
on fire always.
yeah, like ridiculously on fire, like supernova all the time. So couldn't go near people. And as usual, Reed kept making the excuses. Yeah, we'll get to it. Then Reed got the Watcher powers, and Reed's like, yep, I know it. I know how to fix it. I know exactly what to do. We will fix you after we get rid of the Reckoning. Use the nullifier. Oh, sorry, Johnny. Me using that and losing the Watcher powers, I forgot how to fix you.
Yeah, write that down.
Yeah, I know.
He's a
Wow.
He's a
selfish
prick.
man.
So he went off with his dinosaur girlfriend back to their planet, and they're going to try and figure it out.
Dinosaur girlfriend.
Yeah, the one
Wings
the
and
wings.
stuff,
Yeah,
I
but
guess,
yeah, well, birds are.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
dinosaurs.
That's
right.
Well, there was.
Dinosaur's a bird. It's all good.
Well, she was talking to a devil dinosaur.
Oh, okay.
No, she's talking to a Tyrannosaurus Rex
Ah.
out in Here you go.
Did they ever change? So at the end of Secret War,
Yes.
where they rebuild the world, and it's like.
Okay, and a Secret War 10 years ago, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if they ever did anything about Reed Richards practically building the Marvel Universe. Like, did they ever retcon? Like, did they ever change that fact?
Well,
That him and, like,
for the most part,
Franklin just built the Marvel Universe from scratch.
no, because the most part they just ignored it.
Okay.
Moving right along, see, everything's back to normal. Because it's the only way it can be. Because nothing really changed.
Yeah.
It's not like Crisis DC thing. Like the
Yeah,
the
they built it back to the way they
Yeah, that's what I mean,
it
like,
was
nothing-
essentially before, but
Yeah. So what story is there to tell?
yeah, but that just
Yeah,
sort
but
of
he's not,
soured the.
he made him
effect, you
in
know?
charge. He just pressed the research button.
Yeah.
No, even just
Yeah.
went to the last previous update.
Turn it off and on again.
Yes. All new, all different. Can't believe they use that. Savage Avengers number 3 films. Tell us all about it.
This is really, really good book. I didn't think.
Who's David Peposi?
I don't know, but god damn, the boy can draw. Oh, hang on, was that the writer?
That's the writer.
No, whoever the artist is.
Magno.
Holy
he's
shit, the
good.
art in this is amazing. But Peposi, it's really weird because.
I'm sure I said both those names wrong.
So, I only picked this book up because Annie Venom was in it. But, like the last Savage Avengers book. But this is actually really good. So, there is a Deathlock after Conan because he's broken the time stream and all the rest of the crap. So, taking a bunch of ragtag group with him across different time streams. So, they're back in Conan time. And they're now working really well together, especially under Elektra, which was really cool. As a team to try and take down this Deathlock, but then also use the Deathlock to get themselves back home, which kind of fails in this book because one of Conan's early villains, I guess, Doom also
Pulse of Doom.
that's
Pulse
it.
of Doom, yeah.
Pulse of Doom. Mad looking skull dude. He comes in and just F shit up. And some cool fight scenes. But the craziest bit is at the end. Oh, there was actually a good bit. This Weapon H, man. It's seriously, you want all the powers? There you go, buddy. Because one of the bits was the Deathlock. One of his things was he's infused with gamma radiation, so you could Hulk out. Which I'm like, oh, this is going to be cool. So Weapon H just turns into Red Hulk and siphons off his gamma radiation. It's like, oh, okay, you can do that. Because he turned into friggin' Harpy the other day. So, yeah, anyway.
Sweet.
But, spoilers, near the end, you see that this Deathlock looking into the puddle is actually Miles.
What?
Yeah! But it doesn't feel like it's just been jammed in and shit. Like, it's actually a cool part of the story, and I'm intrigued on where it goes. Like, he was Miles back in the day and shit.
Okay.
And that's what he got turned into.
Oh.
Yeah! So I'm actually really keen to see what happens with that down the track and shit. So, I don't know. Intrigued.
Interesting.
Magno, the artist, right?
He's good.
He did Zdarsky's Invaders.
Yeah.
Have you bought that yet?
I haven't read
Hey,
that. Yeah.
good. Some good shit.
And Kang? Did you Kang?
Kang, yes, he did.
Really?
Yeah.
That most recent mini?
You can tell by his texture.
Yeah, and his
For lack of a better
faces
word.
as well. You
Yeah.
can kind of tell with the face.
You're like, just little.
I
Yeah,
like the art on that.
Yeah.
he's great. Newton, Immortal X-Men number 4.
Cool.
This sexy
didn't
Frost
do.
cover.
So this one is mainly Emma Frost.
Yeah.
You can tell by the cover.
It makes because of the happening in everyone finding out resurrection.
Yeah.
There's people who come in like humans coming to petition. Hey, can you make us immortal? Can we, just the rich people was like yeah, well, you told us you could make us live for 5 years more. And that was one of the things when they first started.
Oh, yeah, with the injection or something like that.
But they never
Xavier
go around to doing it.
Oh, what a shock.
And now they're like, oh, just resurrect us when we die. And then she's like, pretty much get fucked.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like Emma Frost.
I mean, that's the first part. But with the second part, with the sinister stuff, is so good. They sort of find that when they attacked Orcus, there was a scientist helping them.
Dr. Stasis or something?
Yeah. I think it was. I don't know if it was. He was Dr. Stasis.
Yes.
But it turns out it's another Sinister, and Sinister's like, this is at the Quiet Council, and when the Sinister finds out, he just gets up and just runs because he freaks out. Because normally he's making jokes and stuff. This one he just freaks out and runs away.
Because he knows he's not the real Sinister?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
For sure, eh?
Yeah, the other one's the real Sinister.
The one that they just found.
Well,
He
the other
was
one's
right.
got like a club on his head, not a
yeah,
diamond, and is like club, and he's making quips about that. And he goes into his thing about with all the other Moiras, and and then he gets he starts running away, and Destiny's involved. Like it's like Punisher. There's enough in there to make me like keep getting this book, and it's all the sinister stuff. As because when you told me about like all the sinister stuff, like that's why I picked up the first issue, and I'm like, oh, the sinister stuff's the good stuff in this book.
Yeah.
And like, I wasn't really a fan of sinister before.
But you write a character good. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can start.
Yeah, no, but the characterizations they've done to Sinister from what he used to be to what he is now is much better.
right.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, like
So I think Gillen sort of started doing Sinister like that years ago when he was on. It's Gillen, isn't it? Is it Gillen? Yes.
yeah.
When he was on X-Men for a little bit ages ago. It's sort of his version of Sinister that
It's pretty cool.
they used when Hickman did all this stuff, I think. So that's why he's got the book back. I was like, we ripped your Sinister off. Take it.
Yeah, you might as well use it. Yeah.
Alrighty. Last book.
Book of the week.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Book of the
Book of the
week.
I didn't read this.
No.
What?
Oh, mate, book of the week.
That's got
Rogues
baby monkeys
3?
in it.
Rogues 3.
Rogues 3.
One more issue.
I will say,
Oh, one more.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
What? It's on time.
Well, the book's a bit long between issues. When I'm like, Rogues down. As much as I loved it,
Catwoman.
yeah, I know.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
It's same thing, but like
Swamp Thing.
this. Oh, something's dead. I think. I was like, I was just not excited because it's just lost the thing.
No.
And I open up and that's it.
There it is.
Second page, you're like, oh yeah, this book is phenomenal.
I'm back.
Back,
Back, baby.
Oh, it might be the best issue yet.
It is the best issue. That interrogation shit with Sam and
Yeah.
Freeze.
Freeze was excellent. But then
Cold.
And then cold. Well, yeah, Freeze cold.
That was-
Yeah. But then the caveat at the end of that
Yeah.
on why and what he can do was excellent as well. And then
The actual heist.
Yeah.
The
Couple
heist was
of
cool.
deaths. Wow.
Which is the Mirror Master
Ooh.
stuff was so
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah. Leave him
yeah,
like
the-
it messes
The
me up.
frickin-
Do it.
The
Yeah.
greed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was. Oh, that was angry.
Yeah.
So much gold, and he just. No,
Greed.
why?
Do you think he just wants to be taken out, maybe?
He wants to go down swinging.
Yeah.
That's shit though.
I know, but I just... What's he going to do with him, man?
But why
Like,
take so many pricks down? Maybe that's just that. Yeah, I know.
he's an asshole.
Yeah, I know he's an asshole, but it's like the.
See, but if he was that plan, I don't know if he would
Yeah, it's like the
take
Tism
his
song,
sister
though.
down too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's true.
But
But I don't... Because, like... he says to him, like, you built this gun. Why didn't you sell it? And you could have had all of this.
yeah.
But he's a self...
We've all read it,
You
bro.
already?
Hey?
Did you see the last page?
Self...
Yes, I did. Oh my god.
Just kills himself sort of thing.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But that's the
Self-sabotaging type
that's
of
the
dude.
irony of the villain.
Yeah.
I have to buy that hardcover. I think.
Oh yeah.
I think Steph will love that too.
So good. And the art, the art's
The
great.
colour.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
colour. It's so different than...
Just
every-
watch,
How
it's
you
just,
can ma-
it's
but-
just a washed out color.
Yeah.
But how you can make gold stand out on a yellow backdrop
Yeah.
so well is such a weird achievement. Yeah, very very good.
And like all the different monkeys, they're not all the same. Like they got little personality and little design tweaks. Robot monkey security guards.
Yo,
That was so good.
Oh, the levels
Yes.
of what they need to get through
Yes.
is so good.
give me a robot monkey toy.
The book's great. The book is great. Yeah, can't say enough good stuff.
Yeah,
Definitely.
book of the week.
Yeah.
Book of the week.
Book of the week for sure.
Yeah. It was the first book I read, and I was like, nothing.
It was the
nothing
last
close.
for me. It was great. Because I read all my other books, and then we canned, and then last night I went, oh, Rogues! I'll read that tomorrow. I did that this afternoon. It was great.
Yeah, I wish I read this.
Yeah.
Still read it.
Oh, just get the hardcover, Dave.
We got
probably
single
will,
issues
yeah.
still.
Yeah. All of them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do.
We
Eh?
have single issues.
Oh.
People aren't listening to us and buying it.
Oh my god.
Look at the hardcover.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to buy the comics.
Can you get 1 and 2 for Dylan?
No.
No, yes. Look
Look at that. Yeah.
How do you pull off that?
Yeah, how is that possible?
Right? Like that's some good colorists.
Yeah.
Great work of
all
use.
yellow.
Great use
Especially-
of light.
That
Yes.
Yeah.
Like yellow background, obviously the gold, but like she's in yellow, like the shit is in yellow. There's a lot of yellow on the page.
Tones. It's all about the tones.
Yeah. No, the art is phenomenal.
And like the little hook at the ends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, you scum.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
So good. What a good book.
Yeah. Dill, you anything else?
I read one thing this week.
You're lucky you've been sick.
Yeah, in between being sick and being sick. I read Absolution from last week.
Oh, so did I.
Yeah.
Woo!
Dude,
Told you it was good.
so cool.
Right?
So damn good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Even
on board.
one of the girls from work, she started listening and she said, yeah, I would definitely watch a TV show that's got a chick killing people for scores and points and shit like that. Of course I'd watch that. That's amazing. Yeah, damn straight.
And like the Diodato art.
The art there, thank you. Far out.
Oh man. It's,
When
I
you
think the
buy
best
it?
thing he's done at AWA so
Are you
far.
buying it?
He does everything.
Wait,
but
what?
But just the
Oh, 'cause
flashback
it's together.
pages, her like the surgery, like her getting busted, or how it all went down.
That's not her. Oh.
If
Yeah,
it is like that, the book is made for television.
Yeah.
that would make a great show or movie or something.
Easy. If it doesn't get picked up by a platform, I'll be very, very shocked. Very shocked.
Yeah. TV for sure, I think.
Is that a mini? Like, do we know what the go is with that yet? Or
Yeah, me, I think 5 or 6 part or something.
yeah, I think I might. I
6 part.
think I might just get the trade for
It's
that.
so good, so sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that was literally all I read.
It's still a good book though.
Dave.
Nothing else for me. But I need to make a note that I read 2 comics, and that's one more than Dylan.
How did you buy?
Good job,
How
Dave.
sick were you this week, Dave?
Oh, I also went to Smash.
Oh yeah, how was that? Did you smash?
Crowded.
Oh, no shit.
Smash.
Yeah,
Did you
crowded.
pick up anything good?
Probably COVID.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was masked up inside there though, but I got my first
Not
Gundam,
me.
Oh, yeah.
so I'll try.
Anime convention.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of cosplayers,
Oh, what a
Oh, no
shock!
shit.
but heaps of like gender bent cosplayers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, good luck, Tom. I had a good
but
time.
yeah, I got my first Gundam. That was cool.
Oh,
It
which
looks-
one?
I don't know. I'll show
Oh, you
a
don't
photo
know which
later.
one it is?
Like,
It's like really cool, old school. It's like all like gunmetal grey, and it's got a mace instead of like a sword. And I'll show
a
you.
kit that you're going to make?
Immortal Kit?
I guess so. I don't know. It's my
I
first one.
guess so.
What do you mean?
Well,
But
did
you can generally
can
tell
you
if it's
hear
an
it?
action figure or...
If you shake it,
No, it's like it's,
Full cardboard
it's like
box?
cardboard box. It's got the pieces that you break off.
Yeah,
Okay,
so it's a
okay,
kit.
so it's a model kit,
Kit.
Yeah, do I have to
That's how
paint
fully
that
assembled
or
in the
no?
box there.
that you'll probably have to put together and paint.
Well, I know about the paint, but you will have to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that.
Most of them are designed, you don't have to paint it. Like, it might have stickers in
Oh,
there.
cool.
It depends on what
Yeah.
grade
Yeah.
of model it is.
Even like the lower grades, you don't have to
I think
paint
mine's a
them.
high grade.
Where was Smash
Oh, okay. High grade's pretty basic.
At the IEC.
at? Okay.
Yeah.
So how much did this Gundam cost you?
Oh.
Since you just said I think mine was a high grade.
no, high grade's pretty...
Ah,
50 bucks.
that's all
Is
right.
that how much it
But
is
it's
for
like 1 to 144 scale, so it's about that high.
Like
about,
I think the highest one is like perfect grade.
Perfect grade is 160.
Yeah.
Is it 160?
1-to-1
160.
scale.
That's like 20 meters. I've always wanted a perfect grade. And they just brought out a new perfect grade, like, OG Gundam.
there's so many,
It
Dylan.
looks so good.
There's so bloody many of
But
them.
it's like super expensive, but it's got lights and freaking
Yeah, I know.
panels that open.
Yeah, I know that one.
Just buy
I
used.
sort of wanted to.
Yeah.
It looks so cool.
Always wanted perfect grade, and that's like my second favorite one. Zeta Gundam's my favorite. That
Yeah,
can turn
but-
into a spaceship. That's why it's cool.
And like the OG Gundam, I think it was like only $8 for the little model. So, well, yeah, so I bought that as well. I was like, oh yeah, cool.
You buy anything else?
Not that much.
What else you do there all day?
Is it Ninja Scroll figures? That'd be
Look
interesting.
around. Try to find this figure I've been looking for. I can't find it. It's like, oh, screw this.
Cool.
You gotta show me which one it is later.
Yeah,
I wanna
will.
know.
I will.
What's this figure that you're searching for? Maybe I'll...
It's part of the One Piece crew, but
I'm already sorry I asked.
yeah, it's
What's the name?
Jinbei. He's like Fishman.
A fishman.
Oh, okay.
Like what series? What line?
Oh, Portrait of Pirates. But like it's a
A variant or something like that, or a special
it's
edition?
just limited run.
Okay.
Because like they just
Have you not found it, or you haven't found it for the price that you're willing to pay?
Oh, I found it for the price I'm not willing to pay, but
Which is
like 2K.
what?
How
What action figure is this?
how limited are these?
Japanese.
Like,
Was it?
if I
12?
go to Japan, chances are I should be able to find it.
Yeah, I find it. How much would you pay for it in Japan though?
I'll go 500, probably.
Oof.
Yen.
Yeah.
So like,
It's like 18.
what was its retail price originally? Is it like
It
this
would have been
just
close. I
aftermarket?
reckon it would have been about 350
Sure.
retail.
And it's a figure, not
like,
a statue. It's a,
Statue.
PVC statues have gone up in price like over the last few years. Heaps.
yeah, but
like
it's
what
not,
used
okay,
to
so
be.
it's not an action figure. It's a PVC statue.
Yeah. So
Okay,
what used
different.
to be like $90.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. I
$100
just
now.
when you said figure, I thought you
Yeah.
meant like friggin' action. Like,
But like, what sort of size? If it
Oh,
was 350, like
fair size. Like
what's
you,
that price?
height of the microphone, easy. And then.
and is that the only one you're missing?
Big. There's another one coming.
But how many's in the set? That's what I'm trying to get. Like, how
Well,
many?
I'm getting all the crew members.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
that's what I'm asking.
So there's
How
about
many-
10.
Okay.
Yeah, the manga's
But-
been going for like 20 years and it's got
Yeah.
a 1,000+ volumes, so there's
Yeah.
quite a few characters in the show.
You just said 10.
But I'm just getting the crew.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm asking.
But then I think there's an 11th one.
It's the boat.
No.
Das Boot.
No. Well, actually, his name is Yamato. It's like a transgender one.
Yeah,
character. Yeah.
that's fine. But they will make a boat for you to put them on, and the boat will be like bigger the shop,
Ooh.
and you will buy
So
it.
like, what are the others retail at?
And
Why was this
Like,
one?
yeah, why was
Aftermarket.
that one limited?
No, because the bigger characters like tend to get more like heavy, more material, and like a different like Luffy's just like essentially like teenage boy, right? You know, so there's not much to
favourite.
him.
Yeah.
But then you have like Frankie, who's like a cyborg,
Sure.
Okay.
who's got like turned himself robot and is massive, and like that's different. Like
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Intriguing. Well, good luck with the hunt. Hopefully a listener can send it to you for free.
Yes.
We're not that famous.
If that happens, I'm asking for heaps of shit.
What's the
You're
name?
Dave.
Jinbei.
Yeah. Jimbe.
Didn't you read anything else?
Yes.
Nope, I read everything else we spoke about.
I only read Patrick Todd, the one from last week. That was really good. So yeah, another one that's a
Jimbo.
little bit
Sometimes
left of
it's
setup.
Yeah.
me.
But a lot of potential there too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Another mini as well.
Search it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
cool.
so.
Cool.
Aftershock.
You guys shopping over
Yeah,
there?
so that's the one I want.
No, I just want to see
That's
which
the
one.
I
You...
want.
Oh, it's big.
Oh, it is big.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see.
This is like
Have a look.
pre-time skip, and that's post-time skip.
Well, I'm just seeing the one you're looking for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have a look. Dylan will post a
It's
photo.
quite big.
I will not post a photo.
Yes, you will.
No. Wow, that's cool. There we go.
good.
Yes. Save me some effort.
What if that?
You got it downloaded?
I've got to
I've got to
wait.
sit there while it renders.
I've got to wait
I've got
an
to
hour.
pat my dog while it does something else.
And
Then
the
I
last
make
one will be
some
Yamato.
food.
I've got to make the thumbnail. That takes 2 minutes.
I don't think it's out yet.
I'm a slave driver. What can I say?
You poor bastard.
Alrighty. That's all the comics?
Cheers.
Yep.
Okay. Nitin,
Mm-hmm.
your film Flashback.
Yeah, Secret of Nimh. I've never seen it. Came out in '82. It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot.
I think I said it to you yesterday at the pub. It sounds weird saying it because it's a 40-year-old movie. That's the best animated movie I've seen in a long time.
Holy
Oh,
hell
yeah.
It was
yes.
so good.
Right? A long time.
Even at the start,
From
where it's
voice
just like-
acting to the actual
Animation.
animation, and then the rotoscope in it as well with
Yeah, because some of that
the
stuff was
tractor
like...
and stuff
yeah.
like that.
I had to-
Holy
I
shit.
had to be like, hold on, this came out
Yeah,
this
yeah.
year. That looks like it's like a 3D model.
Definitely. It was so damn good. I'd like just to pat myself on the back and say congratulations on a great round for me. I think pretty much, besides the howling, everything was successful.
Howling was good.
So yeah, kudos.
It's not my fault. I've got
Howling?
good taste in movies and watched all the good
Yeah, I
ones.
know,
lately.
I know.
howling,
But and also for someone that bitched for 6 weeks, I don't know what
Yeah,
I'm
you-
going to watch.
you-
You,
you might have nailed
nailed
the best
it.
one.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
He's not telling us, but he's probably seen it already.
I haven't seen it.
We don't lie here.
That's
I
like,
was honest.
it's a damn shame that man didn't do more better qualities. Like, he knocked out a couple of great ones in a row, and then
Could
Isn't
then he,
Mr. the voice of the, Mr. Ages was the old dude from Hook that lost his marbles. It's the same old, yeah. Yeah, I so for anyone that hasn't seen The Secret of Nim, which I hadn't, had anyone?
no.
No.
Oh, excellent. Okay, it's
I kind of knew a little bit about the rat thing because a couple of months ago, Jason knows this because I was talking to him about it. I read about this series of experiments that some scientists did on rats in the 60s and scientists from Nimh. So this movie was kind of inspired by that.
Right.
Yeah, it's based on a book.
Yeah, and the book was kind of inspired by these experiments, and it was kind of messed up. Essentially, what they did was got a whole bunch of mice or rats. Probably rats.
Bunch of animals.
Yeah, I think it was just rats. Put them in a place where they had heaps of food, heaps of drink, didn't have to worry about anything, and watch them slowly descend into madness and get depressed.
Yep.
And
Oh, when they're all like when everything runs out, or
no,
Too good.
Because they don't have to do
worry about.
anything.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
They get sedentary.
yeah.
They don't have to go looking for food or
So it's sort of
water.
like the start of Wall-E, where like all the humans are just like
I was gonna just say like like life.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
anything
Like
like
everything's kind of just served to them, and they don't have to.
Yeah.
There's no drive to
problems.
survive or anything.
Yeah, so they get stir crazy. They have no stimulus.
okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And they start questioning inwards, but they
Yeah.
couldn't question
Yeah.
inwards. They just attack each other.
Yeah.
And
So
yeah, so
when you
They didn't
told me
have
what the movie
internet.
was, I'm like, oh, is this movie like super super dark? But no, it was not.
just super
Yeah.
dark, not super super.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Just
exactly.
one dark,
Yes,
one super.
Yes, exactly. 'Cause yeah,
like-
there's experiments for
For a book, yeah, for a kids' movies, there is some messed up stuff in
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so essentially it's about a story of a mother with a mother mouse with 4 children, sick little Timmy,
there. Who's got pneumonia,
pneumonia,
and will die.
and will die, but it is coming up to moving day, which essentially is harvesting day, and they need to get the hell out because
Well,
the
no,
harvest
it's
is
ploughing day.
plowing day. Sorry.
Not
No,
really.
It's not. Harvesting's after.
Ploughing is when you plant the seeds.
Yeah, it's true. He's
Yeah, it's
correct.
after the frost where they till up the ground to
Yes,
plant
yes,
the stuff.
And little Timmy can't move, so she has to come up with other ways, and she goes and sees.
The rats in the road.
Well, she goes to see a Mr. Agnes, Ages,
Yes.
and then
He makes a bit of medicine for her, and then on the way home, she comes across this
Dom
cool-
DeLuise.
Jeremy.
So damn good.
Is it Jeremy,
Yeah,
right?
Jeremy the
Yes.
Crow. And
That
yeah,
was great.
she goes on a bit of a spiritual path to visit the great owl, which is really cool. That was some really
Yeah.
cool. The
Yes.
spider webs
Yeah, yeah,
and everything
yeah,
like
yeah.
just.
Oh, just it crushing the spider.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was it. Just
Oh, and she's shitting herself going because they.
owls eat mice.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't know time. You're right.
I think night time. Yeah, and then it's at the end. It's getting close to night. You
Yes,
better get out
you
of
better
here.
go.
Yeah, it was so
Or
good.
I will eat you.
And her task was to go and see the rats to one of the what's his name Nicodemus
Nicodemus.
to help her hopefully move her house. And that's the story that you learn around these rats of Nimh, or these animals of Nimh, which was a research
National Institute of Mental Health,
laboratory
which was experimenting on animals and
And all the other animals are happy to help her when they find out who she is, right?
Yeah.
And you're like,
Very
ooh,
much so.
straight away you're like, ooh, what?
especially
Well,
especially
yeah.
the rats.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, some of the rats.
Yes.
But did that scene where, they're showing what happened at the institute,
Yeah.
and they get injected, and then the bit where their DNA's changing in that little
Yeah.
flash, psychedelic sort of little
That was
sequence
that
was
is the
excellent.
best DNA sequencing animation I've ever seen in my life. That was amazing.
Yeah.
So damn good.
Yeah,
For
the
its time, it's the big
animation
thing.
is fantastic.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, I was like just enthralled the whole time, right? Like just
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
5 minutes in, I was like all
Hooked.
in. I'm like, this, I'm done. I'm
There's
just,
a bit where like it's
I'm gonna pay
amulet
attention.
oh, massive.
in the chest, and it's like carefully like
Yeah, it's just the animation.
yeah.
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 The
voice
movement.
acting's great.
Yeah.
Like, cause the other rats, like the villainous rat, like, oh man, he's good.
Very good.
Jenna.
Yes, he's great.
Voice acting.
Yeah, proper acting.
Rip voice acting. When did it die? I don't know. But it's been dead for a long time today.
Pixar.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pixar DreamWorks.
People just talking.
Yeah, just
Well,
Really
it's not that. It's more.
Celebrities just doing
It's
it.
celebrities.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
celebrities
yeah.
not doing anything special. Because
Yeah.
celebrities used to do celebrity voices back in the day.
Yeah.
But because celebrities have become their own celebrity, that's what the dumb minions want. I don't
Just
mean
read
that,
lines.
I don't need the banana eating ones. I mean just the stupid plebs out there. I just want to hear Kevin Hart talk.
100%.
Well, I don't. Give me a character. Oh, so friggin' annoying.
Yeah, it was phenomenal, Newton.
Like every single shot, obviously painted background, and they all were amazing.
Like, I
Just
was
frame it.
sold on the shot, like on the not shoulder animation, but the shot of her getting into the bucket in the beginning, how she just delicately slides it. That shot was fantastic. It was just a wonderfully animated little thing, and throughout the whole thing is just such great animation.
I've never wanted to slap a shrew more in my life. See two of the kids. One of them was Will Wheaton. The other one was Sam Doherty. That was
Like the kids weren't annoying. The comedy relief wasn't
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah.
No, Jeremy's like right to the limit, right?
Yeah.
exactly.
Like right to the limit.
Exactly, and you can see the way it was written, her playing him off well, like, you're going to get all the string you can get. It's going to take me all day.
Yes.
Definitely need all the string you can get then. Like, yeah, it was...
When he showed up, I was a bit worried. Like,
Here we go.
oh no, am I gonna... No, but he was cool.
Yeah.
He was
Me and Jason had the same thought, where it's like when he was trapped in the string at the start when she first meets him.
cool. Yeah.
I know, but I first thought that like as soon as he gets out,
Is he going to eat him? Eat her?
it was gonna eat her
so
or like
like-
go evil.
just-
But I think it reminds me of
Crows in
something.
I've seen this before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. Yeah.
Like, because
To save me and attack me.
last night I tell Nitin, I was like, I'm watching that scene, and I was like, I think I've seen this before. And then nothing else, whatever.
That's
Dave
right.
comes in, first thing Dave says pretty much, I thought I'd seen this before. We're like, what? Like,
Yeah.
it was weird. Obviously something very similar in something else.
Like,
or...
Yeah.
something like Brer Rabbit or something, maybe.
I
I think
know.
it could have been, because that's the only...
Dom DeLuise has been in other Bluth productions. Maybe.
I just mind when the crow and the mouse kind of thing.
Yeah,
was more
yeah.
the- not Don DeLuise.
Yeah, the trap.
allergicness and the sneeze.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
And the trap. And
The string and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really did. But
Something.
yeah, it was...
No, that's what Jay said. Is like probably out of the mouse animated movies, is probably my favorite.
Yes.
And I just saw it. Like better than American Tail.
Yeah.
Better than Rescuers.
Yep.
Like this is great.
Or the three big Bluth ones of the early 80s. So, like this, American Tail, Never Before Time, so far ahead anything Disney was doing. You know, like that's why he left. Because he was up, like, man, you're doing rubbish.
What were they doing back then?
You cut, I don't know,
Like, I can't even...
goddamn Fox and the Hound maybe or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But not good, right?
Yeah.
And that's why he
Like,
left.
is that
He's just
Bambi?
doing crap,
No, way earlier.
cheap.
Yeah. Bambi was like 40s, 50s.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, what his movies clearly is what made the 90s resonance. What's it? How do you say that?
Renaissance.
Renaissance.
Like
you know?
with, I think Little Mermaid was
yes,
the first one.
That's what kicks it off.
Yeah.
Because he showed him, like,
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Cinderella would have been
Bring
one
the
of the
game.
latest stuff before that. There's a big gap between...
Cinderella was
Like
was that
70s?
40s.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
early,
Yeah.
early,
Oh, was
early.
it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
40s.
Oh.
Cinderella.
Shut my mouth.
Snow White.
Snow White was like the first, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, no, that was first.
Sleeping Beauty was 60s.
Yeah.
I want to say. So yeah, I can't recall
Like,
what
well,
they
Alice,
did.
maybe?
No, Alice was like 60s.
70s,
Oh,
you
yeah,
got
so
like
close.
Robin Hood,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you know,
But then
this
they
is
started-
the fairy tale stuff, I think.
And then they moved into live action.
yes,
And even with
Like
Robin,
even half and half.
Even 90s... I suppose it's 80s.
80s
You know, like
didn't really
Princess and
have
the
one.
Frog, and you had like... Because that was the 90s,
Sword and
wasn't
Stone?
it?
When it was Sword and Stone.
That was...
I think that's
is that 70s?
yeah, late 60s,
Yeah.
early 70s, I think.
Okay.
'Cause Robin Hood, they recycled so much animation.
Oh,
that.
for
That-
sure.
That was when they were really hurting, right?
Yeah, that was like a lot of Jungle Book animation recycled for.
Oh,
He walks out on something halfway through something. Bluth and half the crew just left.
oh right.
I'm like, no, can't remember what it is, but something they just like, nah, this is crap.
wow.
Yeah, I'm sick of you cost cutting and making crap. I'm gonna go do my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like halfway through production.
Man, yeah, I can't even think of what they made in
Yeah,
there.
not much, like, right?
Mm.
None of the big ones.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's why it's how good they were because we can't remember them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like until
Because no Walt.
Yeah.
until like Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
That started sort of their resurgence.
Yep.
Little Mermaid, Lion King, Aladdin.
Yep, Beauty and the Beast, yeah.
Yeah.
Made $1 billion a year.
And even though it's so like homogenized
Oh,
compared
yeah.
to this,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like it looks like art.
Yes.
It doesn't look like a cartoon. Disney.
Yeah. And I always thought the big part was the 90s success also because the home videos
Yes.
had become a deal. They
Yeah.
realised they could
Yeah.
cash in.
So you had from say 67 Jungle Book, Aristocrats was Cats, sorry.
Yeah.
Can't mix those two up. Robin Hood was 73. Winnie the Pooh 77. Rescuers 77. Fox and the Hound was 81. Black Cauldron was 85. Great Mouse Detective 86. Oliver and Company 88. Then Mermaid 89. Rescuers Down Under. Beauty and the Beast. Aladdin. Lion King. Pocahontas. Hunchback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hercules. Mulan.
Yeah.
Tarzan. Fantasia and so on.
It's
So
like every
forth.
2 years,
Yeah.
bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
big gap before that.
I have not seen any of those apart from Fox and the Hound. I don't think.
Black Cauldron's good. It's not like
You've seen Sword in the Stone though, haven't you?
I had it on tape.
You
I
need-
don't remember anything
you
about
need,
it.
you need to rewatch that. It's fun.
And the other thing I do think though, the 90s they also realised princesses. Got to go back to the princesses
Yeah.
and the girl market, and they went harder because
Yep.
the 70s
smart.
is where they started going. We've got to do some more boy stuff.
Yeah.
you know, that's why you got Sword of Stone and Robin Hood and stuff like that. You know, like we need boy stuff too.
Yeah.
We got the princesses, but it just didn't work because you know the boys at the time have got cartoons every day of cool stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I
Toys.
mean?
Much
Yeah.
cooler
Right.
stuff too.
And then they bought Star Wars and Marvel. Now they got the boy
Well, that's
market.
what they bought Marvel for.
Yeah.
Of course.
We got kids covered with Pixar, like you know, like little kids of
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
And now we
Princesses
get the
have got
man
us the
children.
And they're
girls.
adults.
Yeah.
And their parents, sorry.
So we need.
We need the man children.
And they got them pissed off now. Ratings.
Oh, 9.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
nine.
9. Here we go.
Dylan's gonna give,
Here we go.
Dylan's gonna give it a 3.
Yeah.
He just
Hard task,
I have to admit, because I was so sick that night I was watching it, I was like, trying to stay awake.
Just hearing excuses.
Give it an 8.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll allow that.
yeah.
It must be good then.
Yeah.
So what's next?
Oh, okay. So it's
you.
my.
That's right.
Yes.
It's my my theme round picking.
Yes.
So after, that's good English, eh?
You speak English good.
So after much debate amongst myself for a couple of weeks now, and this was coming up.
And vocalizing it to me because
Yes.
we work together
Yes.
a
We're
lot.
going to talk about
that's
something
one.
every day.
just sit at home in the mirror like, what are you going to pick?
Yes.
You
Look
can't
at me
pick that.
DVD shelves. So I want to say something broad enough that you get some different stuff, but also have a bit of a theme. So movie with a robot.
Oh.
Robots.
Any movie with a robot in it.
Yes.
Oh, Benchwarmers.
What a terrible movie.
We're going to skip you.
So, my first thought when I was thinking robots, I was like, I'm just going to pick Robocop because I don't want to watch Robocop. But then the other night, I got to lock it down. I was like, I want to go something a bit more different, something I haven't maybe seen. So I was looking up stuff, and I've chosen Forbidden Planet. So,
Ooh.
50s, 60s, like classic sci-fi.
Yeah.
You know, Red's under the bed sort of deal.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I haven't seen.
Robbie the Robot was, I would say, until Star Wars, the most iconic film robot, until R2-D2 and 3PO sort of knocked him off his peg. You know, it's like him and Lost in Space are the two robots.
I would say Cthulhu, not Cthulhu, freaking the one from The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Gort.
Gort, yeah. He was pretty iconic as well.
Yes. He's a bit too,
Yeah, he didn't look robot
Yeah,
right?
he was pretty
He
plain.
doesn't
I know,
have
yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah, no.
I know what
Wind
you
up
mean.
toy look.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I know
Like
what
a
you mean.
big-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Does it have to be a live action robot?
Yeah, this is
Any-
hard.
No.
Any.
We can go animated at robots. Because when I'm looking, I was like, oh, there's a lot of good options.
Yeah.
I got into.
And there's a lot of variety there too.
Yes.
We're not all like it could be an animated movie, it could be a kids movie, it could be something
100%.
serious. That's cool.
Yes. Because, my other thing, I was like, oh, maybe a mobster movie, but I'm like, it might get a bit samey.
Yeah. It's,
You know, ages ago, I was like, oh, war. I was like, but that might be too bleak of a round. It's great movies, but
What am I gonna pick? Yeah, what am I gonna pick for a mobster movie?
I don't know.
Shark Tale. Anybody seen Shark Tale?
No, but I don't see how that's a mobster movie.
I know, that's a
it-
monster movie. Yeah, shocking.
Well,
Shout out to Scott Ackerman for that movie.
goddamn, mobster round's coming then. And educate you on some good college films.
Now I'm gonna educate you on Shark Tale.
Fine.
Beautiful movie. It's not.
it's not.
So, yes, Forbidden Planet.
Cool.
Good. What's
Bring
it on? Is it on anything?
Potentially nothing.
Plex.
Maybe YouTube.
Yes. I'll hook you up. I got it on DVD, actually.
Cool.
Alright. I can't wait. robots. Everything's
Yes.
better with robots.
I think
You're
got it
next,
free
boy.
pack with- Yeah, that's right.
Thinking about it. Okay. Was it finale for Ms. Marvel?
It was.
Was.
Yes.
How was that?
It was really
Pretty
good.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched it.
Yeah, me neither.
No, Dave
There's
said
a
you
question.
still haven't watched it.
Oh.
It was a statement, not a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it.
I said it when we went to see
Yeah, don't say the name.
that shitty movie.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The
Crap
other-
and, crap and,
Yeah.
crap and lightning.
It's a perfect kids show ending
Yeah.
with how
With
they.
some bloody good feels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
dad's a damn good actor.
He's great.
Oh, yeah.
He brings the feels.
And I was saying, like, I'm sure the other thing, he does the voice acting for different characters in like different like Hindi translations.
Oh, does
of
he?
the movie.
Oh, that's nice.
cool.
Yeah.
I reckon I've said this to more people about this show than most of the other shows. I expected the least. I was not expected the least. I cared the least about this show, and enjoyed it one of the most. I am really shocked. Not shocked, but just how well they put it all together. How it wasn't as cringy as I expected it to be.
Oh, for sure.
Everyone is. It's well acted. Everyone's playing.
Well
Chuck it
written.
Probably at the very top.
No,
of all.
definitely not. But it's really good.
For me,
For him.
I reckon.
No, but he's wrong. But definitely not.
I think one of the reasons why we also enjoy it is we have no attachment to her compared to some of the other characters.
Yeah.
So we're not going in with as many preconceived
Yeah.
But
notions.
they also
and
didn't
stuff.
stuff around with it as much as they've stuffed around with
100%.
other things too.
Because I've heard people...
Yeah, it's debatable.
Yeah,
I've changed a lot of the
Well,
stuff.
at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I've heard
guess,
lots
yeah.
of people not liking
Yeah.
her powers, and
Yeah.
she's like Green Lantern now
Yeah.
or something, and yeah, I don't know. Some people in the shop saying they don't like that.
Yeah.
Well, from
But
like,
I think that.
And I think the powers are so much better on the show. Like the
She's
the
not
book's
like.
just cool. She stretches.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
gets
she can
big
just
and-
not read Rich's life.
This is way cooler, I think.
And
Yeah,
it's just
especially
more
at the
to it.
end where she bulked, like when she
Yeah.
full bulked up.
Yeah.
That
Oh
was.
yeah, cool.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I should really watch it. Yeah.
Well, now that I've left it, I've got like 5-6 episodes to watch.
But
I don't know.
it's a fast 40 minutes, man.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And that bit where she was just, I think it was the second last. It might have been this. Was she just running along?
Yeah, this one
It's
after
like-
she
this
gets
is
the
like-
costume,
Yeah,
she's
this
just running
one.
along.
Freaking excellent.
Yeah.
So damn good. And I'm like, this is so simple, but it's
It's their most superhero-y show.
yeah. Maybe that's why.
It's their most superhero show by far.
That's why I liked it probably the best out of all of them.
'Cause, you know, like
Because it's a standalone
Yeah.
story.
Falcon and that is a bit more political.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
their modern
Wonder was
Cap
weird.
stuff.
And there is a
Midnight
tie
was
into
with the
that,
psychological, you know, and
Yeah.
different, and it's Egypt and
Like it was shit.
Like
Yeah.
it was dog shit.
Same thing as
Hawkeye
What
was
If.
a bit more crimey. It's
Yeah.
a straight up superhero.
Yeah, it is. And everyone plays their role well.
Oh,
There's no one like he cringe here or that. Everyone, even like her friends, are good.
Yeah.
The cousins, even in Pakistan, were
Yeah.
good. Like everything works.
Yeah.
The Red Daggers, I expected them to be cringy. That lead guy, that he was really good. Everything around the show has got heart. It's got really good feels. Like, yeah, that scene at the end with her and her dad,
so good.
that was so damn good. Costume looks great.
Yep.
Yeah, I think a lot of young girls could get a lot of good empowerment out of this show.
Well,
That's awesome.
that's
Yeah.
why she never has sold great as single issues, but she sells huge numbers
Trades.
in trades in the
Yeah.
book market.
Makes sense.
You know, schools and like that sort of stuff. That's where they've and that's why they've continued to push her in stuff. And sometimes people I think have been a bit, but man, she's the modern Peter Parker.
I also respect Marvel taking that, and I know it was only dumb shit born again Christians in America, but like they went hard with the Muslim shit in
Yeah.
there too. Like they started. What's that?
Don't worry.
They started that series with a prayer joke. Like, that's ballsy. And the interactions between Damage Control, like, at the end there where they all had their IDs and shit out, like, they worked a lot in that, and I respected it. I thought it was quite good.
Well, I said to Newton, I was a little surprised. The end, spoilers, when they're coming, right? They're coming to the mosque, and the mosque's hiding them. And, like, they're like they're the good people to hide the people because they're bad around you government. I'm like, ooh, there's some balls on you because you've just, that's what they're right. They're hiding the terrorists. Rah, rah, rah. You know what I mean? Like, this is what the rednecks are going to, like, it's what they think already.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, it was a very interesting choice. I liked it. It fit, and it was what they'd been building up to story-wise in the show with the mosque and the friend and all that. It was great. But I was like, oh, you are fueling the fire there.
The only cringy bit was the chick with the followers. That was the only bit.
Yeah.
That was the only bit, but that's in there. That's fine. But yeah, besides that, that's interesting little take on it.
You know what I mean?
I didn't click for me for that bit,
but I did like she knew and she just didn't dare because she saved my life.
Yeah, that was great.
I respected that. I just thought
great.
that whole followers bit was a bit. But besides that,
but that's how modern kids, right?
100% it is. That, I just find modern kids cringy.
Yes.
If I had one complaint about it, if my daughter was being shot at, I'd jump over that. I'd go through that barrier. I'd steal something. I'd stop it at no matter what. You know?
I totally get where you're coming from, but your daughter does have superpowers.
Yes, but it would still be like...
I know.
Yeah.
It's like...
But there's more of a chance you're going to die.
Yeah, but then something could happen. They're still shooting at your child. Yeah, she got something, but...
No, I know.
No, I get that.
That was the only... That was the only... If you beat, but yeah.
Well, because I thought, is the crowd... Like, you know when the people are starting to watch the videos and I'm like, oh, are they...
Yeah, they're going to have a bit of a riot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they just let them walk through it, but I guess I get that, you know, like, it's like...
Yeah, but even the NYPD sort of helped. Like,
yeah, they helped it, which is cool, but...
And
it's a bit sudden, but
this is how they introduced mutants.
Yeah.
Which is... Like, it doesn't really...
It doesn't
change the show.
It doesn't change the show, and it doesn't affect us because we haven't had that past move. But I can understand, like, Jay and I were talking about it during the week, and Jay had a really good point around, is it needed?
You've just established her on her own.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've externalized the powers, right? From what I've seen, anyway. Like with the
Yeah, you gave it.
Well, we know it's a negaband. Well, they essentially said it's something inside her as well.
Yeah,
okay.
From the
and that's because she's the
descendant
Jinn.
from the Jinn. But it is also the negabands, and I guess that's probably with what we saw at the end of the episode, with the whole kind of like Marvel, Rick Jones kind of thing. Yeah. So, which is cool.
Because, like, what is...
Does that mean negative zone shit coming?
Oh, I think maybe just a total...
Just a switch?
So it should be in Kree space or whatever, maybe. It's
so
it's
no Annihilus?
I guess, nah.
Okay.
You never know what they'll do.
Yeah.
But, like, what was the point of giving them the clandestine name of her people for that? Like, you know, I don't know. Like, you build her up. Yeah. She doesn't need to be tied down to the... the weight of the mutants.
Yes.
You know, like...
Because when Bruno was talking about it, I'm like, oh, he's going to say inhuman. There's something inhuman in it. Cool.
That would have been cooler.
But then he said mutation, and they played the X-Men 97 theme. I'm like,
oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Not like just blatant, but it's like you could... Yeah,
if you knew, you knew.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like, I was like, okay, that's interesting. This is how they bring mutants in?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, because, like I said, I just don't think she needs it. If it was the other way around, if the X-Men were established and they used that to push her, I get it. Like, you know, it's just what they do. And same, like, you've established her. If you use her to save the Inhumans, excellent, totally get it. But, like, because she's not going to be one of the X-Men, right? Like, she's going to stand on her own, so what's the point?
Well, that's what I feel, and I feel that was a bit of a waste where we know the Inhuman story and the TV show didn't work, but this is the way that she could save it and bring the Inhumans back, and you can make them different. You don't have to be the exact same Inhumans that we see in our...
I think they just want a mutant in the Young Avengers, because she'll be part of it for sure.
I don't necessarily think she'll be in the Young Avengers.
No.
I don't know,
She's part of the...
If anything, they'll do a champion style thing or something down the track.
Because otherwise, the Young Avengers might be... Yeah, she might be, but...
Like, I don't know if you're going to imply that she's the first mutant.
No.
I think it's just like, mutants.
Well, they've already got the theme music, so she can't be the first.
Well, I've always said when talking to people about it, like, mutants have been around.
Yeah, I guess...
It's just not many of them.
Yeah.
Strange was the first mutant thing.
Hey?
Strange was the first mutant thing, maybe. Strange 2 with Xavier.
Yeah.
Even though he wasn't proper universe Xavier, it's still mutant.
But like,
it's mutant in the multiverse.
Yeah.
Bloody oath it is.
A character like Wolverine, his whole character, he has to
alive
live
already.
Yeah.
for a very long time. So
that's
he
what I'm
has
saying.
to
She probably won't be
around.
the mutant. But
Because
mutant
even in the comics, like, the deal was there was always mutants. There was just very few of them.
Yeah,
And
and they
then
were
this-
kind of in hiding, kind of thing.
And then in the 60s,
And they would hide their abilities even when they knew.
when everything was all like the atomic age.
Yeah.
That's why more mutants started becoming prevalent. because we were nuking the planet and doing stuff, and that's what caused. Because I always would argue people like the answer is the snap.
The radiation.
That's how you bring them into the MCU. The snap was how many years ago now? That kicked in the X genes. So when these kids that were being brought back then, when they hit puberty, bang, they're mutants. Oh, solved.
Yeah.
And there's already a few, Magneto and Xavier and whatever. But that's how you get. Oh, that's how I would have done
Yeah,
it.
well,
Like the show was overall, the show was good.
100%.
And even then, this mutation thing, whatever, it's
Yes.
it doesn't ruin the show.
We don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah,
and how
exactly
it's
right.
evolved and whatever. But I just like, she doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Let her be her own thing. Like, she'd already got a little bit of the Captain Marvel-ness, but not really.
Yeah.
You know, name only in the family.
Yeah.
But, like, let her, like, man, why the show maybe has not got the views that the others have, but that's because there's always going to be the way. People aren't going to try it for varying reasons. But you're onto a winner, I think. Double down on her.
Like, I think her being a good actor, she was great.
that helped a lot.
I was seeing people on the internet trying to say that she can't act. I'm like, oh my god,
She was
watch the show.
fantastic.
Because I 100% believe that is Kamala Khan.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know the girl's name.
Yep.
Because she's
Kamala,
Kamala Khan.
yes.
It's authentic, genuine.
Yep.
Isn't that what acting is?
That's what it's supposed to be.
Is she brown?
Yeah, it's just yeah.
And don't like white Jesus.
And also like, woke, so
Yeah,
it's bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
How dare they do something? And, like,
Just internet idiots.
yes. And if you don't like the show, that's also fine.
Absolutely.
It's like, I don't want to watch a show about teenage kids. That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't think I wanted to either, but it got me.
And Brie
It helped you, mate.
Larson is a liar.
Yeah.
They're all eyes
Trying
now.
to freak me out.
Lies.
They're all Garfielded.
Yeah,
That's right.
100%. I'll never
'Cause,
believe
yeah.
any actor after Garfield.
There was mid-credit scene because it's Marvel, and it was Brie Larson swapping positions with Kamala Khan, which is interesting.
Very tidy too.
New costume.
Another
That's what I
costume.
meant.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I meant. Tidy new costume. Very neat looking.
Yes.
So yeah, and it says continued in the Marvels movie. So
We'll see her. We'll see Rambo. And what the hell goes on from
Yeah,
there?
it'd be very interesting.
It is going to be interesting because
yeah,
Oh yeah.
we really don't like. Obviously, this Phase 4 is not building to anything, but we really haven't seen great storytelling either. So, what we get out of the next couple are going to be very interesting on where we are going. Obviously, we're heading towards Fantastic Four at one point, but how we get there and Ant-Man and Wasp are probably going to be an interesting gauge of where everything's at, and that, and also Wakanda. But yeah,
like, I'm more excited for Captain Marvel 2, Marvels, whatever they want to
Yeah,
call it.
bloody
Right?
oath.
But the first one, I didn't think it was terrible, but it wasn't great either. It was just
It was just
nothing.
boring.
It was like the Black Widow
Yeah,
movie,
yeah.
just there, right? So, but I wasn't really wanted more. And like, I like her.
yeah, she's fine.
I hate Captain Marvel's character.
yes,
I used to love Carol Danvers' character, but I don't like the way they've written her in the last 15 years.
yes.
Yeah.
She's just an unlikable character. But I like Brie Larson, and I thought there was potential there, but I just didn't care
Especially
enough.
Civil War 2.
Yeah,
that was
right.
terrible. She
But
was
now-
such a mongrel
Now,
in
I'm
that.
interested to see what they're
Now I
going to do
don't
with
want
her.
to read it.
No, you read it, but she's...
Yeah, I'm like more just for her.
I'm
I want to
invested.
see more Kamala Khan.
Bloody
Yes.
oath, I'm invested.
Which, isn't that the absolute goal of their product these
Yeah.
days?
Plus, I also want to see what they can do down the track when her powers mature a little bit with some more money too.
Yeah.
Oh right. Yeah.
Oh, it looked okay, but she still doesn't know how to use her powers. Like, she doesn't know what the hell she's doing.
A lot of it is reflexive.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
but like, there's
But-
one thing that
but-
she realizes she can do, which is cool, where she does bulk up and stuff.
Yeah,
but
so she did the stretch on purpose, which
Yeah.
is cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
She hulked out
yeah,
in the
which was
crystal
cool.
armor, which is cool.
It all looked really good, but with some more money, it could look a lot better.
Because even her little things
Yeah.
that she steps on, right? Like that, like what she's doing there, the Limitless, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
Big time.
Maybe Coligo Mutant was them going all in on her.
Oh, that's true.
Like, it's like, okay, this is going to be our figurehead for the next decade.
Yeah. But
We're going to make everything stem
Actually,
from
I
her,
I don't
even though
think
it's not
she'll
necessary.
I don't think
but-
she'll be in the X-Men, though.
Oh, no, she won't, but like...
So, I don't know. What's the point if she's not going to be in X-Men?
Yeah.
And but maybe she will be she might be the front of the X-Men.
Yeah. She could be.
Well, at least we're finishing on a good note
Yes.
into She-Hulk in about a month's time, so
Uh,
should be interesting. Positive. We haven't seen anything yet besides really shitty CGI
Yeah.
and photos, and Titania looks terrible. And
Yes, she does.
yeah, Frogman.
Yeah, Frogman.
It's parts that like look like it's the right vibe for She-Hulk. So I have hope.
And maybe Ben Grimm,
Yeah.
which is really weird.
Interesting choice.
It is and
Not-
works. So
That's right. I'm not against it.
No.
No.
Oh, yeah.
It is the perfect place.
Yeah,
if you're going to bring
100%.
it somewhere.
Oh no, I meant the acting choice.
They,
For
they,
the
they,
rumor. Yeah.
I don't know who the acting
Oh,
choice
it's
is.
Jason Segel.
Interesting.
Yeah, not wouldn't have been my
Yeah,
pick.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
But I'm not against.
No,
No,
he's got-
he's got
boys
a bit,
got-
he's got range.
boys got range.
And he's very good hearted dude, normal guy.
Yes.
Like where he'll do the sadness of being Grimm. Like
Yeah.
Man of the Monster,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like
So, yeah, in this room or whatever, they say that it's like pre?
No,
like
They haven't
transformation
really
or
said.
post?
Oh.
Well, I think it's post because it's damage control and shit. So
Ah,
something's
okay.
been destroyed.
Okay.
I'm guessing that's the rumor.
All
It's
right.
all rumors, man.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
who
yeah,
knows?
yeah, yeah.
But that's what they're going with, saying she's a superhero lawyer
Yeah, she'll be
against damage
defending
control.
him
Okay.
She's defending him.
because
Okay.
he damaged something.
Yeah.
Someone's suing him.
Ah.
So he
Yeah.
damaged something in a fight.
all their projects these days, they're all set in the future,
Yeah.
like in their timeline, right?
Yeah.
Like Miss Marvel is 2024 or whatever.
Oh.
So like, there's easy you can fit.
Yeah.
Like She-Hulk's in 25. Cool, that Fantastic Four
Comes
movie
out in
can
24.
Can be set before that, right? Like
But they generally try to have them introduce the character in,
Yes.
in their own thing
They do?
first, right? Yeah.
But if they've sort of done Reed,
Yes.
if Doom and Namor are in Black Panther, well, they're not Fantastic Four, they're Fantastic Four.
Yes, absolutely.
Ben in this, and they sort of doing the Avengers thing on the sly. But just not in solo movies, because you can't have a
And you're not going to have the brother
Solo
and sister.
movies.
You have the brother and sister in something together.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
not going to be separated.
Yeah.
So, yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, because you can't. None of them can have a solo movie, but they're doing the Avenger thing just in
Doing four.
cameos, maybe. Even though it's great news that he's not going to be Reed Richards, supposedly.
Yes.
Great news.
Which,
Yeah.
which
Yes.
definitely means his wife won't be.
Good
Sue
news
Storm.
as well.
Even though she's.
But we just established they're all liars.
Hey,
Yeah.
We just established
No,
they're all
I know.
liars.
but yes,
Well, so it's
I
definitely.
was
It's
pretty
definitely him.
confident he was not getting the role. That was just to placate.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fans.
yeah.
Arian's got to be like
She is hot as the sun, though.
black though, because of
Kang?
Kang. Yeah.
Well, they can do whatever they want with Kang, right? Like, he
We
doesn't
haven't
have to.
actually
Yeah.
seen Kang yet.
Yeah.
Like, we know who's
Dave.
playing him.
And Kang's from the future.
Yeah. And
So a lot of things can happen.
Yeah, but he could have went back in time. And
he
just-
also might
but-
not be related
Later
at all.
season.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The comics have never 100% had the books.
Yeah.
so-
Well, I thought they...
No,
Never.
not
In
No,
Kang, the actual Kang miniseries, they're sort of...
I still didn't actually say it.
They,
Maybe
they
in
won't go all
this-
the way.
Well, what about the latest FF issue where they're like,
Oh, if Slotty does it in the last episode where he's like that,
no,
maybe.
but like it's
but-
what? It's Nathaniel Richards' like long lost daughter. I forget.
No, Nathaniel Richards is Reed's father.
But
Who is
also,
Kang?
I think if anything, it'll be Nathaniel Richards a descendant for Kang, not the other way.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
He's his own grandfather.
no problem where he's a different
Yeah.
because he's from
The future.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Reed's grandkid.
could be.
He's a black
Yeah.
woman. You know what I mean?
From
Like,
Mississippi.
Yeah, I know.
because I think it'll be the opposite if they do go.
Yeah, me, I was
I don't
thinking,
think it's
time
going to
loop build
matter
just,
Yeah, yeah.
anyway, because I don't think they'll do it in the movies.
Yeah.
Like he just did what Marty McFly didn't have the balls to do.
But
you know,
I will
that's
also say I thought Reed is what they would do. To be honest, I did think an African American Reed was probably
all. The go.
a high level of chance.
Oh, the internet comments on that.
Yeah, but I thought for sure.
Did you see the rumors on? I think someone sent it. Who apparently is going to play Reed.
Who that?
I don't know his name, but he was in that Netflix series, You or something.
Oh no, my missus watches that show. You
Yeah?
mean the main stalker
Yeah,
guy?
the main
Oh,
stalker guy.
Shit.
That's again rumor. But
Is this...
He's a tool bag.
yeah, I don't.
Google this.
I've only seen a small amount of that show.
look
Reed's a
like-
bit
he's
of
a-
a. Reed's a bit
Reed's
of
a
a
giant
No,
tool
but
bag.
this guy,
He looks a little psycho-y.
I don't want this
Yeah.
guy's Reed.
Like I can kind of see it.
He's a
but,
friggin' tool.
but he probably looks too
Cool.
Like,
This one?
too
Yeah,
cool.
he's
Yeah.
too cool. He
Yeah,
is.
too cool.
But that's what they do. They don't make
Yeah.
the Spider-Man, right?
Yeah,
They can't
yeah,
make a non-cool person anymore.
You got a
No, he's
picture
too
here?
young.
Yeah.
I want an
picture?
old Reed.
Me too.
I want an old Reed.
People aren't going to like it,
Show
but I
Jason.
want an old Reed.
I want an old Reed.
Oh,
Yeah, like I can kind of see it, but
He's too pretty.
Yeah.
yes,
And too young.
he's like a prettier version.
I
of
want
like,
an old Reed with a younger girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
People won't like it because, I don't know, people are weird about that these days, but
If only Ron Howard's brother was a little bit younger.
I don't know. Anyway, movie will probably be bad. I think the Fantastic Four movies are close.
it just depends who you get to do it. I think Fantastic Four.
Mid-90s is pretty good.
Well, did you see the rumor that they wanted Spielberg?
Get fucked. He's
They
not gonna do
and
it.
like, oh, no, of course not. But
James Cameron.
Why
And
not?
it'll be terrible.
but they supposedly they threw out the thing. We would like to have a discussion.
They want directors they can push around?
Is it true though?
Hang on.
I just watched a terrible movie.
Hang
and
on.
I'm pretty
Sorry.
sure somebody got a lot of fucking say in that.
Phase 1 and Phase 2, sorry. Phase 3 and 4 just started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I take that back. See, they want Kenneth Branagh back for Thor 5. It's like, the horse is bolted, guys. It's too freaking late.
You guys didn't like that shit when
Yes.
it came out.
Dead straight.
It was great.
It was brilliant.
It was great.
But it's too late anyway.
That's
Not
what I
even
mean. Horse is
director
bolted. It's
Hemsworth.
gone.
Yeah, it's
Hemsworth
just like
won't-
Start fresh.
He doesn't want it.
No.
I swear to God, they killed the wrong one. I would have been way happier if they killed him and we got Jane Thor.
Yeah,
I would have been
yeah.
way more down for that for the future.
And the stinger at the end is you find out she's suffering like out of form, like it
Oh
should
no,
have
I
been.
wanted the cancer thing along. Should
just-
be fixed at the end. That's
Yeah, or
fine.
just Thor
just
shows
go
up.
Thor.
No,
at
like you
Valhalla.
have it, but like you have it as just like in the comics, like at the end you find out. Oh, okay.
I know the internet complains about everything. I did find that weird. And I know it is a touchy subject for a lot of people in the world, but people giving spoilers around
I need trigger warnings.
trigger warnings around cancer being in the movie.
Yes.
And cancer treatments in the movie. I'm like, come on, man. Like, as I said, I'm not trying to question anyone and what happens with personal lives and cancer affects a lot of different people in different ways, but yeah.
I suppose if you're gonna go see a movie, you don't want to be reminded,
I understand, but are you never
like
gonna
sort of,
I could semi-see it from her
You're
perspective.
never gonna watch any fiction
yeah.
or read any fiction because you never know what's
But
coming.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's what I'm getting. You want a spoiler for everything.
exactly. You
That's
want to
not
know
life.
exactly
Yeah.
what's going to happen.
Watch
Like,
out.
No.
Yeah.
To me, like I could sort of say because they mixed it with screaming goats.
Yes.
You
What?
dickhead, Dave.
No, but like
Tonally, the difference is that what you mean?
tonally, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah,
I just
if you-
want-
I can understand you bitching about that. But
Yeah,
that's a different argument than
Oh,
I need
yeah,
to be
yeah.
pre-told.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on,
exactly.
man.
Yeah.
Cut it up.
That's what I'm getting.
Definitely.
I'm not trying to
an
be.
old man. But
Yeah, I'm not.
Shit.
Old person yells at cloud, but
But I
like,
am.
You are.
I can't wait to yell at some clouds.
But I don't know. Like you going into something.
how many
then something-
warnings on a poster do you need to
Yes.
say what's in this movie? It's like, and again, I'm going to sound stupid here. It's like, watch out, people cross the road in this movie. Like,
Yeah.
how far down the road are we going to be in? Yeah, anyway.
Like you go into something and that it makes you feel something.
Yes.
Is that bad? Like, as
Like
long as
there's-
it's not being disrespectful or
Okay,
whatever.
okay. So, what's that? Rocket Raccoon. What's his name?
Guardians.
But what's the guy that does the voice?
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga film, the
Yep.
Rockstar one. There's a very spoilery bit at the end of that where he makes a very tough decision. I didn't know about that in the film, and something happened in my life but I didn't go on like because it's part of life. It's part of what I'm experiencing. It made me sad at the time. I
Yeah.
cried at the time. I went through some shit at the time. But that's life. That's why I go and see movies because
Yeah.
it's an emotional experience.
Exactly.
But I didn't need a warning beforehand.
Like,
Anyway.
yeah, Murder Falcon did something similar. to me,
Oh,
man.
great
Like,
example. Yeah, I did not expect to cry at the end of that
Yeah.
book. 100%.
but like,
I didn't need a warning at the start to say this is what's going to happen though.
never in a million years would I want someone to tell me what happened in that.
Shit, no. Yeah, so I just find that real. I wasn't talking about that to bag it.
Yeah.
I just found it very strange. Like I know the internet is there to complain about everything in the world, but I just found that one a little bit weird. Anyway.
Welcome to the year 2022.
Yeah, bloody oath. On that note, when you're on the interwebs and you are listening to these said
That's
podcasts,
real smooth.
maybe you'd like to subscribe and maybe you'd like to comment. Maybe you'd like to give us a like.
Now
maybe you'd
we've-
like to say, hey, I can actually hear you now, Fomi, because we
Yeah.
got some new microphones.
What is
So
this?
shiny.
ridiculous.
So chrome.
Oh,
Maybe. I guess we got to listen
Don't
to
worry,
playback.
I'll still be saying shit under my breath so no
well,
one can hear it.
I've been sitting here looking at the levels for Fomi and Dave go hit the green.
Oh!
mark. I'm like,
green.
I don't like this. I'm going to have
Oh.
to move back a little bit, I think.
Yes.
I don't like this.
well, I'm pretty sure it's green. I'm not reliable.
Oh, yeah,
no.
it's just a tone. It's
Yeah,
a
it
tone
could be
that's
yellow.
different to white.
No, it's green. I can see. I'll back
So
you
yes,
up.
please subscribe. Tell a friend if you think they like our dribble. Let them know. Subscribe on the YouTube. Subscribe on the Spotify's.
Well, we'll figure out a way on our YouTube videos to have that donate button. That'll be cool. Yeah.
We're going to set up a page for the donate button to go to.
That's a good point.
Just press donate. It's not going to go in.
Or
no
how
way.
about you can just come on into the comic
We do
shop
have a shot.
and pick up some comic
George
books.
Street, Liverpool.
We don't get any
Liverpool-
of that.
Good.
You weren't getting none of the donate button either, don't you worry.
I just like somewhere to go. It's nice.
Alrighty, thanks for joining us this week. We will be back with more rambling next week.
Good night.
Back to your normal
Bye.
time next week.
I got my own
Hopefully.
mic.
I'm leaving that in.
They are very shiny.
They are.
Stroke it.
Look at that's the process.
Thank you, Dave. It's beautiful.